If it doesn't, then let me know and I'll go to that one in the office.
Oh, he has three. So, he has one case number, but he has three. That's why I just make sure so I know I'm marking who's on. No vulnerable. Yeah, no bond or non-bondable. Not for people here, though. And once he comes in, he'll grab that. That'll be a quick work for him to grab.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Commissioner Hughes. This is the 2 p.m. initial appearance calendar for Tuesday, July 29th.
Buenas tardes a todos, yo soy la comisionada Hughes. Este es el calendario de la comparecencia inicial de las 2 de la tarde del día 29 de julio.
The court's orders for the taking of DNA samples and fingerprints issued on the first calendar of July will apply to the hearings on this calendar.
Las órdenes emitidas el 1 del mes con respecto a la toma de huellas dactilares y muestras de ADN aplican en estos casos.
Before we get started here this afternoon, I want to make you all aware of two important rights that you have.
Antes de comenzar, quiero informarles de dos derechos importantes que tienen.
First, you all have the right to the assistance of counsel in a criminal case.
Primero que nada, todos tienen el derecho de un abogado en un caso penal.
Second, you all have the right to remain silent.
En segundo lugar, tienen el derecho de permanecer en silencio.
Unless you have made arrangements with a private lawyer to represent you for this hearing this afternoon, there will not be a lawyer in the courtroom present for your defense.
A menos de que hayan hecho arreglos para que un abogado privado esté con ustedes aquí el día de hoy, no vamos a tener un abogado presente para ustedes.
Anything that you choose to say in the courtroom this afternoon will be preserved on the court recording and can be used against you at any point down the line in these criminal proceedings.
Cualquier cosa que digan en estas diligencias se quedará grabado y podría ser usado en su contra en diligencias futuras.
Because you will not have a lawyer in here and because anything you say could be used against you, I will strongly caution all of you against making any statements regarding the facts about why you're here.
Debido a que no tienen un abogado presente aquí y a que cualquier cosa que digan se puede usar en su contra, les advierto que no digan nada con respecto a los hechos de su caso.
Last thing, all of the information that you get while you're in the courtroom will be given to you in a written document.
Por último, toda la información que les dé yo la recibirán por escrito en un documento.
So please don't feel like you need to memorize the information you're getting while you're in the courtroom, but please keep the document you're handed when you step back into that room with you wherever you go from here this afternoon.
Así de que no sientan que tienen que memorizar todo, guarden el documento que les den después de su audiencia.
Okay, can I please have Francisco Lira Fajardo into the courtroom behind the gray podium?
Francisco Rodolfo Lira Fajardo pase a la sala en el podium.
Martín Sierra Castraone, if you would take a seat in one of these blue chairs right inside the door, please. Okay, sir, can I please have your full name and date of birth?
Nombre completo y fecha de nacimiento.
Francisco Rodolfo Lira Fajardo, 20 de diciembre de 1996.
Francisco Rodolfo Lira Fajardo, December 20th, 1996.
Thank you very much, sir. You are here on allegations of new charges.
Gracias, señor. Usted está aquí porque tiene acusaciones nuevas.
The allegations against you are 1 count of aggravated assault, a class 4 felony,
Sus acusaciones son un punto acusatorio de agresión con agravantes, que es delito categoría 4.
1 count of unlawful imprisonment, a class 6 felony,
Un punto acusatorio de detener ilegalmente a una persona, que es un delito categoría 6.
and 1 count of assault, a class 1 misdemeanor.
Y un punto acusatorio de agresión, que es falta categoría número 1.
I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I've appointed a public defender to represent you.
Determino que existe motivo fundado con respecto a estas acusaciones y le he asignado un abogado para que lo represente.
Your next court hearings on these allegations will be a status conference August 4th and then a preliminary hearing August 7th. Those will be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown.
Sus próximas audiencias serán una audiencia de repaso el 4 de agosto y una audiencia preliminar el 7 de agosto en el Tribunal Superior a las 8:30 de la mañana.
Because at least one of these allegations is a felony offense alleged to have been committed while you were on pretrial release in 2 different existing felony cases, you are not eligible for release on bond.
Debido a que al menos una de estas acusaciones es una acusación por un delito, mientras usted tenía liberación bajo control de procesados en otros 2 delitos, usted no es elegible para salir bajo fianza.
That means you will be held in custody without bail at least until an evidentiary hearing is held. That hearing will be August 5th at 1:30 downtown.
Eso significa que se quedará detenido sin derecho a fianza al menos hasta que se realice una audiencia de desahogo de pruebas. Esa audiencia será el 5 de agosto a la 1:30.
Between now and that hearing on August 5th, you will be held without bond.
Entre ahora y esa audiencia del 5 de agosto se quedará detenido sin derecho a fianza.
Do you understand that information?
¿Entiende esa información?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. You can step back to your left and get your paperwork.
Gracias. Pase a la izquierda.
Can I please have Martín Sierra Castraone into the courtroom behind the podium?
Your Honor, would you like me to make an announcement just in case?
He is a Spanish speaker, so I need your help with this one. And then,
I
and then
didn't
after
know.
this one, yeah.
I only had one, so okay, that's fine.
Okay, thank you very much.
Señor, nombre
Okay, sir,
completo
can
y
I
fecha
have-
de nacimiento.
Martín Sierra Castrejón, 11 de noviembre del 83.
Martín Sierra Castrejón, November 1183.
Thank you very much, sir. You are here on allegations of new charges.
Gracias, señor. Usted está aquí porque tiene acusaciones nuevas.
Those allegations are 2 counts of aggravated assault, both class 3 felonies,
2 puntos acusatorios de agresión con agravantes, que son delitos categoría 3.
and 1 count of aggravated driving under the influence, a class 6 felony.
Y un punto acusatorio de manejar ebrio con agravantes, que es delito categoría 6.
I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I've appointed a public defender to represent you.
Determino que existe motivo fundado para esas acusaciones y le he asignado un defensor público para que lo represente.
Your next court hearings will be a status conference August 4th and then a preliminary hearing August 7th. Both of them will be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown.
Sus próximas audiencias serán el 4 de agosto, una audiencia de repaso y otra el 7 de agosto a las 8:30 de la mañana.
On these allegations, you have a $15,000 secured appearance bond.
En estas acusaciones tiene una fianza de $15,000.
If you post that bond, you will be released to the supervision of pretrial services for regular alcohol testing.
Si usted deposita el dinero de la fianza, quedará en libertad bajo la Agencia de Control de Procesados con monitoreo de consumo de alcohol.
If you post that bond and you are released to pretrial for alcohol testing, upon release, you cannot possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription.
Si usted deposita el dinero de la fianza y queda en libertad bajo supervisión de la agencia de procesados, no tendrá derecho a poseer ni consumir bebidas alcohólicas o drogas si no tiene receta.
If released, you would also be prohibited from operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license, or from from having any passenger under the age of 18 in a vehicle that you may operate.
Queda en libertad. Se le prohíbe manejar si no tiene licencia de manejar válida y también se le prohíbe manejar con algún pasajero que sea menor de 18 años.
Do you understand those conditions?
¿Entiende esas condiciones? Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. You can step back to your left. Please don't forget your hat behind you.
Hacia la izquierda.
Okay, now, Madam Interpreter, if you would please make an inquiry of the gallery before you disconnect.
Absolutely. ¿Hay alguien más que necesite intérprete en español? Si es así, levanten la mano. Any hands?
Officers, can one of you tell me if there's any hands raised in the gallery, please?
There are none, ma'am.
Okay.
There are none, but this gentleman said he needs to use restroom.
Okay, all right. No hands raised for the purpose of Spanish interpretation. Madam Interpreter, thank you very much. You are free to disconnect.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, before we call the next person, I do need to read one preliminary advisement, so if you'll all bear with me. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, please be advised that you have rights under Arizona law. Those rights, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity. Arizona law. Those rights, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, the right to a speedy trial and to be present at court proceedings. You have the right to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney. You have the right to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling, and sentencing. You also have the right to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you a loss. If you are the victim of a crime pending before this court and you have not yet been provided a written statement of the victim's rights under Arizona law, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Maricopa County Attorney's Office. Counsel, are you ready?
I'm just going to look at the state recommendation really quick.
Oh, okay. I think he'll tell it to you.
Okay, that's fine.
Can we do like a quick review and slow walk to the podium? Okay. Okay. If you will then slow walk to your client and then have him slow walk to the podium while you look at that, you'll be next.
Understood. Thank you, Judge.
Brianna Coops, if you would please work your way to one of these blue chairs right inside this door. Officer, are there two chairs in there? Or just one?
There's two.
There's two? Okay, Brianna Coops, if you would please occupy the first chair. Jose Aki, if I could ask you to please occupy the second chair. The two of you will be the next two in line into the courtroom. Okay, Mr. Morales, I will call Mr. Fiola next if you are ready.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm ready.
Okay.
Should I say?
Yeah,
Come on up here, stand right next to your lawyer if you would, please, sir.
Thank you.
All right, I am going to call the matter of Robert Fiola. Mr. Fiola, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. Can I start by asking you to please state your name, date of birth for me?
Yes, Robert Fiola. Date of birth is, I was born July 6, 1940.
Thank you, Mr. Fiola. Appearance of counsel for the state in this matter.
Nathan Morales for the state. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Morales. Thank you for joining us. Appearance of counsel for the defendant.
Thank you, Judge. Good afternoon. Jason Carpal with DM Cantor on behalf of Mr. Fiola, who's obviously present and in custody, and it is a limited notice of appearance, Your Honor.
Okay, good afternoon, Mr. Carpal. Thank you for joining us. Noted the limited notice of appearance. We'll talk about that here in a minute. So if I could ask you to please have a seat. Okay, Mr. Fiola, you are here on an allegation of a new charge. The allegation against you is 1 count of murder in the 2nd degree. It is a Class 1 felony. Based on my review of the information provided to me by law enforcement regarding the factual allegations in this case, I am inclined to find probable cause to support that allegation. Before I do that, Mr. Carpel, any information the defense wishes me to consider in regards to probable cause only, we'll get to release here in a minute.
Thank you, Judge. With respect to probable cause, I would just point out, according to the Form 4, this appears to be a self-defense issue and argument, so I'd ask the court to take that into consideration when it determines whether or not they believe 2nd degree would be appropriate or whether or not a voluntary or involuntary manslaughter would be more appropriate.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Carpel. Response, counter-argument, any other information the state wishes me to consider in regards to probable cause only at this point, Mr. Morales?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Based on my review of the Form 4, I am finding probable cause to support the allegation. Mr. Carpel, I hear your arguments, and I do understand them. Whether or not a defendant has a defense to an allegation, also, I suppose, potentially whether the allegation could more properly be proven, whether a lesser included offense of the alleged allegation could better properly be proven would be something that certainly could happen and would be addressed down the line. For purposes of this proceeding, I take the information in the Form 4 as true. Based on that information, I do find probable cause to support this allegation. Mr. Fiola, your lawyer can probably explain this a little bit better to you later on, but what that means is for purposes of this hearing, I assume that the information law enforcement has provided me is true, and then I say, if that information is proven at trial, would the minimum elements of the alleged crime be met? And my determination here is that they would be. You certainly have every right to defend yourself against this allegation. You and your lawyer have every right to challenge the information in that document. That will happen later on in the proceedings, though. Okay, Mr. Fiola, I have determined that you would be entitled to a court-appointed lawyer, so I've appointed a public defender to represent you for this matter after this hearing. You have every right to continue in this case with Mr. Carpel and his law firm or any other private lawyer if you wish to. If you do not make an agreement with Mr. Carpel or any other private lawyer after this hearing, you will be represented by the public defender's office. Your next court hearings in this matter will be a status conference August 4th and then a preliminary hearing August 7th. Those 2 hearings will be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. Okay, I am going to ask for argument and recommendation regarding release conditions in this matter. On this one, I'm going to start with the state. Mr. Morales, recommendation regarding release. If you could talk nice and loud too, please.
Yes, Your Honor. I just want to clarify that you have received my written recommendation.
Yes, I have.
I don't have anything to add to my written recommendation, Your Honor.
Okay, for purposes of the recording then, and since I may have misled Mr. Carpel earlier stating that you would announce your recommendation on the recording, I will tell you that the written recommendation I received from the state asks for a $1 million cash bond. It asks, in addition, for no contact with any witness and an order that the defendant not leave the state if bond is posted. It looks like, based on the state's recommendation, the state's primary concern and primary basis for that recommendation is their belief that the defendant poses a flight risk. Any mischaracterization of that recommendation that you want to correct, Mr. Morales?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Carpel, response, counter-argument, recommendation regarding release.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate that. Your Honor, we're asking for the court to impose either a $50,000 or $100,000 secured appearance bond. Understanding that in light of the charges, the defendant, Mr. Fiola, is 85 years old. He's got no prior criminal history. He is not a flight risk. We ask if the court believes he is a flight risk, they can impose electronic monitoring, although at his age that is going to be extremely difficult for him to be able to keep up and monitor that and to keep that charge just in my brief discussion with him. Albeit, we are asking that he be released either to a medical facility, specifically for mental health. There is possible early stages of dementia, which we would ask that he be medically evaluated for. I believe the court may be able to ascertain that from their own interaction with the defendant. Furthermore, if he is released to a medical facility and after that he is ultimately released, we would ask that he have the ability to reside with his other daughter, not to return to the scene of the crime with that daughter, the allegation, I should say, not to return to the scene, but he does have another daughter that if he is able to, and she of course would be willing to, if he's released from the medical facility, we'd ask that he be able to reside with her. I do believe that a $50,000 to $100,000 bond is appropriate. He has hired private counsel to be here for the initial appearance. He's not a flight risk. His entire family resides here in Arizona. His grandson and granddaughter are both in the lobby right now watching as we speak. They've been in constant communication and contact. His wife is also 85 years old, is his caretaker. He takes a significant amount of medication. I have received permission and consent from him to disclose those medications to the court. He takes and I may be mispronouncing these, so I apologize, duloxetine, lisinopril, amlodipine, allopurinol, and then something that's significantly important is called Lokelma, Lokaelma. That is a kidney medication. He has stage 4. The way it's a kidney disease. The way he described it is that's almost a kidney failure. Once it goes to stage 5, which is the next stage, he would be in dialysis. So I'd ask the court to take that into consideration. He's resided in Arizona since 1972. Again, he's not a flight risk. I understand the state's, respectfully, I understand the state's argument and concern. In this circumstance, he quite literally would have nowhere else to go, no one to be with. He's willing to abide by the court's release conditions. If the purpose of the $1 million cash-only bond is for purposes of potential flight risk, the court has other avenues to alleviate that concern with electronic monitoring, for example. But we are asking for a $50,000 to $100,000 secured appearance bond, so he is able to at least potentially post that. If he is in fact released or he's able to post that, we would ask the court give him permission to go to a medical facility specifically for mental health. And if that does in fact occur and he's ultimately released from, or discharged, I should say is the best terminology, from that medical facility with permission and consent, we would ask that he be able to reside with other family members that are not witnesses and that are not involved.
We wrote only on Social Security. That's my income.
And Your Honor, I believe the court is aware of this, but what was just said on the record is his only income is in fact Social Security. He doesn't have the financial means to be a flight risk.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Carpel. I have a couple questions for you. I think the answer to this is yes, putting several things you said together, but the other daughter that you asked the defendant that the defendant might be able to reside with upon release lives in Arizona, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor, in Phoenix.
Okay, and is my understanding that the defendant's wife is a alleged witness to the underlying events correct?
That would be correct, Your Honor.
But she is his only caretaker currently?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
And so in light of that, I would ask that he be able to have contact with his wife only.
Understood. Okay, thank you all very much. I have received and reviewed the state's written recommendation in this case. I have heard and am considering the oral statements made in court here on behalf of the defendant. I do have slight concern, I think, that the defendant might pose a flight risk given the factual allegations, the alleged admissions in this case, and the apparent strength of the state's case at this stage in the proceedings. I don't take lightly that the defendant suffers from medical conditions. I say that to say that I am persuaded that a substantial bond is appropriate in this case. I'm going to set a $500,000 secured appearance bond. If that is posted, I will impose electronic monitoring. I will order that the defendant not return to the scene of the alleged crime. So that means he could not go back to where this occurred. I have no objection to him living with his other daughter. I will impose no contact with the decedent's wife in this case. The defendant can have contact with his wife for purpose any purpose other than discussion of the facts giving rise to the allegations in this case. So certainly, I will not impose an order that stops the defendant's wife from providing any medical care for him, any other type of care. My only order would be that he and his wife not communicate regarding the underlying allegations in this case. Upon release, the defendant would also be ordered not to possess any weapons and not to consume any alcohol or any drugs that he doesn't have a valid prescription for. Okay, anything else I need to address before I excuse this matter, Mr. Morales?
Not from the state, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, anything else I need to address, Mr. Carpel?
And you may have said at the beginning, I apologize if you did, just to confirm, counsel will be appointed in the event he's been deemed in the event he doesn't retain counsel.
That is correct.
Thank
Counsel
you.
has been appointed from here on out.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you all very much. I'm going to make a couple tweaks to this release order. We'll get it printed. Mr. Carpel, I have a full calendar left. If you'd
Sure.
like an opportunity, you're free to
Thank
take
you.
that room with your client.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Morales. You can disconnect if you would like to.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, Brianna Coops, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Mr. Aki, if you would please then shift over to that first chair, and then if I could have Manuel Zavala in the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Brianna Coops, 42984.
Thank you very much, Ms. Coops. You are here on a probation violation warrant issued by the Pinal County Superior Court. If you don't already have a lawyer representing you in that Pinal County case, a lawyer will be appointed for you at your next court hearing. That hearing will be an arraignment hearing August 1st. It will be at 8:30 in the morning in the Pinal County Superior Court. And on that warrant, the Pinal County judge has indicated you are not eligible for release on bond. That means you will be held in custody without bail, at least until you see the Pinal County judge on August 1st at 8:30. Do you understand that information?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. You can step back to your left and get your paperwork. Jose Aki, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Mr. Zavala, if you would shift over, then if I could have Julio Ruiz in the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Jose Iki, 42178.
Thank you very much, Mr. Aki. You are here on allegations of new charges.
Yes.
The allegations against you are one count of kidnapping, a Class 2 felony, one count of aggravated assault causing temporary disfigurement, that's a Class 3 felony, one count of aggravated assault on a bound or restrained victim, that is a Class 4 felony, 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, 1 count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, those 3 counts are Class 4 felonies, 2 counts of preventing or interfering with the use of a telephone in an emergency, 1 count of disorderly conduct involving weapons, those 3 are Class 6 felonies, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and 1 count of failing to obey a law enforcement officer. Those last 3 counts are misdemeanor offenses. I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I have appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference August 4th and then a preliminary hearing August 7th. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. I have received and reviewed a statement written by the alleged victim in this case.
Who, by who?
By the alleged victim. The alleged victim has indicated that she is hospitalized and suffered substantial injuries. I've also reviewed the factual allegations in this case. I have also reviewed...
She actually said that?
Please don't interrupt me.
About that.
I've also reviewed your criminal history, which includes at least 7 prior felony convictions, as well as 7 failures to appear in court. Based on all of that information, I have imposed a $100,000 secured appearance bond. If you post that bond and you are released from custody, you cannot go back to the scene where these alleged events took place. You cannot have contact with the alleged victim or with any alleged witnesses. If you're released from custody, you cannot possess any weapons or consume alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. And whether or not you're released from custody, you are ordered to strictly comply with the terms of any orders of protection, if any have been or are later served upon you. Okay, did you have a question?
So the victim said that I heard her? That's my wife. Well,
the alleged victim indicated that she is currently in the hospital recovering from substantial injuries.
Right? Because she's the one that dropped me off in the truck.
Okay, I mean, I'm not here to argue with you.
Okay,
I'm just telling you what the alleged victim has indicated.
And you said there's a weapon?
I'm sorry.
A weapon?
The allegation, well, there's several allegations involving weapons. 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, 1 count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, 1 count of disorderly conduct involving weapons. The factual allegation is that there was a firearm involved in these allegations.
So there's a firearm?
The allegation is that there was a firearm used in these events and recovered by law enforcement. Any other questions, Mr. Ricky?
Yeah, so there was something recovered?
I've answered this question already. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry about that.
All right, go ahead. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Manuel Zavala, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Mr. Ruiz, if you'd shift over. Ruben Madrono, if you'd work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Zavala, 11/28/96.
Thank you, Mr. Zavala. You are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are 2 counts of dangerous drug possession for sale, 1 count. 1 count of dangerous drug possession for sale, a Class 2 felony. 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony. 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. 1 count of causing criminal damage and 1 count of criminal trespassing. Those last 2 are misdemeanor allegations. I did find probable cause to support all of those allegations with the exception of the criminal damage allegation. I did not see any factual allegations to support that charge. I did appoint a lawyer to represent you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference August 4th, and then you'll have a preliminary hearing August 7th. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On these allegations, you have a $25,000 secured appearance bond. If you post that bond and you are released, you cannot go back to the scene where the alleged trespassing offense occurred. You also cannot possess any weapons or drugs without a valid prescription if you are released. Do you understand those conditions?
How much is that in payment?
So it's $25,000. You can use a bonding company. My general understanding is that bonding companies require a minimum of 10% down, which would be $2,500. But you can contact a bonding company when you get back into the jail. That's just my understanding of what they would require. You should contact them to confirm that. Don't just rely on my word. Okay, any other questions?
Okay,
All right, thank you, Mr. Zavala.
Have a good day, guys. Thank you.
You need to get let out, right? Yeah, okay. I just want to give you a chance to get out before we move people, so.
You guys have a great day. Thanks, sir.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Have a great day.
Okay, Julio Ruiz, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Manuel Regalado, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Julio Ruiz, June 18, 1977.
This is Zavala.
77, not 70?
Yeah, 77. They got it wrong.
She just filed.
This might sound like a silly question, but 77 is what's on your driver's license or state-issued ID if you have one, birth certificate?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are 1 count of narcotic drug possession for sale. Excuse me, that's a Class 2 felony. 1 count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person and 1 count of possession of a weapon in a drug offense. Those last 2 are Class 4 felonies. I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I appointed the public defender's office to represent you. Your next court hearings in this matter will be a status conference August 4th and then a preliminary hearing August 7th. They'll both be at 8:30 downtown. On those allegations, you have a $25,000 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released, you are ordered not to possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription upon release. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ruiz. You can step back to your left and go ahead.
The narcotics wasn't for sale, it was personal use.
So talk to your lawyer about that. The reason that I'm finding probable cause for that allegation here today is because the alleged amount, the weight that law enforcement has alleged you were in possession of is over the personal use threshold under Arizona law. Okay. So talk to your lawyer about that. Your lawyer, if that's a defense, can work that out with the trial court when you get to your next hearing. All right. Thank you, Mr. Ruiz. Ruben Madrono, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Richard Wiggins, if you'd please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Ruben Madrono, 6/25/80.
Thank you very much, Mr. Madrono. You are here on two different matters.
Okay.
The first matter that you're here on is a bench warrant issued by the probation court when you failed to appear at a revocation arraignment hearing. I think you already have a lawyer assigned to you in that case. Either way, you are entitled to one, so at your next hearing, a lawyer will be present to represent you. Yes. Your next court hearing in that probation matter will be a new revocation arraignment hearing. It will be August 5th at 8:30 in the probation court downtown. On that warrant, you have a $50 secured appearance bond.
Okay.
The second matter you're here on is an allegation of a new offense. That allegation is one count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person. It is a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause to support that allegation, and I appointed a public defender to represent you in that case. Okay. Your next court hearings in the new felony allegation will be a status conference August 4th and a preliminary hearing August 7th. They will both be at 8:30 downtown. Okay. On that new allegation, you have a $5,000 secured appearance bond. Okay. So your total bond will be $5,050. It is all secured appearance. If you post that and you are released, you cannot possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription once you're released. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes, ma'am. Can you tell me why I had court with the probation? Like, what was, because I barely got out of jail and I see my probation officer. I didn't understand why I even had court.
Let me see.
Like, I'd seen it like 2 days prior to that, they said I had court. So I didn't know.
So it looks like adult probation filed a petition to revoke your probation. That was set for hearing, and when you didn't appear at that hearing, the probation court issued the warrant. Why adult probation attempted to revoke your probation, I don't know, but when you go to court on that probation case, your lawyer can look at that and give you all those underlying facts.
Okay, because I had seen my PO like 2 days prior to that. And
yeah, it may not have anything to do with checking in with probation. I don't know what the circumstances were. All I know is that adult probation filed a petition to revoke.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. You can go ahead and step back and get your paperwork. Manuel Regalado, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Curt Sanchez, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Manuel Regalado, 7/21/1995.
Thank you, Mr. Regalado. You are here on two different matters. The first one is allegations of new charges. Those allegations are one count of aggravated assault, a Class 4 felony, one count of resisting arrest by physical force, a Class 6 felony, and one count of causing criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I've appointed the public defender's office to represent you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference August 4th and then a preliminary hearing August 7th. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On those new allegations, you have a $5,000 secured appearance bond. The second matter that you're here on is a warrant issued by the Tolleson Municipal Court. The underlying allegations in that Tolleson matter look to be misdemeanor, driving on a suspended license, displaying a false license plate, and criminal speeding allegations. You're entitled to a lawyer on that misdemeanor warrant for purposes of release conditions. The lawyer for you in the misdemeanor case will be appointed at your next hearing by that judge. That hearing is going to be an arraignment hearing August 11th at 8:30 in the Tolleson Municipal Court. On that warrant, you have a $50 secured appearance bond. That means your total bond will be $5,050. It is all secured appearance. If you post that and you're released from custody, you cannot have contact with the alleged victim of the new allegations. You also cannot possess any weapons or consume alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription if you're released. And whether or not you're released from custody, you are strictly ordered to comply with the terms of any orders of protection, if any have been or are later served upon you. Do you understand all of those conditions?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Regalado. You, go ahead.
Also have a question. I thought I had to fix that license issue because I had gone pulled over and I have a license now.
So that may or may not be true. It looks like that warrant was issued July 31st of 2024. That is happening in a case that I don't have records for. So all I know is that as of July 31st, 2024, that court issued a warrant for some reason, and they confirmed today that it's still valid. It could be that you didn't attend a court hearing. It could be that you missed a payment. It could be that you were supposed to take some class and you didn't file a certificate. I don't know exactly what led to the issuance of that warrant, but in your release paperwork, you'll have the address and phone number for that court. Whether or not you post this bond, you can always try to contact that Alison court before your next court date. If this was some sort of mistake, perhaps you could get that cleared up over the phone. But whether or not you think this is cleared up, unless you get notification in writing from the court that you don't have to be at their hearing on the 11th, please go to court that day. I'd rather this be resolved and the judge say, hey, you didn't need to be here, than him call you and you're not there thinking it was resolved, because then they're going to issue another warrant for your arrest.
Okay.
So you might be right, but I don't know. So you'll have to clear that up with the Alison judge.
So just like you were saying earlier, it's just 10%, so it'd be 550?
That's my general understanding. So if you want to try to use a bonding company, you should call one, two, or all of the bonding companies on the list back in the jail. I think most of them require a minimum of 10% down. There are requirements on the back end, and sometimes they charge more. So find one of those lists when you get back there if you want to use a bonding company. And like I said, call one, two, or all of them, see what their requirements are for your specific case, and maybe you can find one that will work with you.
Okay.
Anything else? All right. Thank you very much. You can step back.
Thank you.
Richard Wiggins, if you please work your way into the courtroom. Eloy Himenez, if you'd work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Richard Anthony Wiggins, January 11th, 1986.
Thank you, Mr. Wiggins. You are here on 3 different matters. The first matter you're here on is a grand jury warrant. In that case, a state grand jury was convened and found probable cause to return an indictment against you. The allegations in the grand jury indictment are 1 count of trafficking in stolen property, which is a Class 3 felony, and 1 count of burglary, a Class 4 felony. The grand jury warrant alleges that those offenses were committed January 3rd of 2025. The second and third matters you're here on are both allegations that the grand jury indictment constitutes a term one violation of the 2 cases you're on probation for. In all 3 of these matters, I've appointed a lawyer to represent you. Your next court hearing on the grand jury warrant will be an arraignment hearing August 5th at 8:30. That's also the same date and time as your next hearing in the 2 probation matters. Don't worry about that. You'll be seen on all those calendars. The good news is you only have 1 hearing date and time, and you'll be seen on all 3 of those cases.
Even though I was just recently sentenced for my probation violation.
Was the probation violation that you were just sentenced for different?
No, it was for last week. It wasn't for anything different. No, it was for.
What was the alleged violation that you were sentenced for?
For changing address without proper notification.
Yeah, so that's not what this allegation is. This allegation, so that I think is terms 3, 4, and 5 violations. This is a new term 1 violation. So what the legal consequence of that would be, given that you were just sentenced on the other violations, you'll have to talk to your lawyer about. But what's happening right now is, independent of what's already happened in your probation case, adult probation is alleging that this grand jury warrant is a new violation of the terms of your probation. Okay, so again, all of your court hearings will be the 5th at 8:30. On the grand jury warrant, you have a $3,000 secured appearance bond. On the probation matters, it's a total of $1,000. So your total bond will be $4,000, all secured appearance. If you post that and you end up released from custody, you'll be responsible for getting yourself to that hearing on August 5th. You also cannot possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription if you are released. Did you have any other questions, Mr. Wiggins? Okay, thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork. Curt Sanchez, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. April Wetta, if you'd please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Curt Sanchez, March 20, 1967.
Thank you, Mr. Sanchez. You are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are 1 count of attempted resisting arrest, 1 count of attempted tampering with physical evidence. Those are both Class 6 felonies, and 1 count of attempted shoplifting, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference August 4th and then a preliminary hearing August 7th. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On those allegations, you have a $2,500 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released, you cannot go back to the scene where any of the alleged underlying events took place. You also cannot possess any weapons or drugs without a valid prescription if you're released from custody. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Sanchez. You can step back and get your paperwork. Eloy Himenez, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Tyler Walters, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Eloy Himenez, 10/21/71.
Thank you, Mr. Himenez. You are here on an allegation of a new charge. The allegation against you is 1 count of aggravated driving under the influence. It is a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause to support that allegation, and I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference August 4th and then a preliminary hearing August 7th. They will both be at 8:30 downtown. On that allegation, you have a $2,500 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released from custody, you cannot possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. You also cannot operate a motor vehicle if you are released and you don't have a valid driver's license. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes, I just got one question. The secure thing, is that that's got to be all cash, or is that how that works?
No, secured means that you have the opportunity to use a bonding company. It does not have to be posted in 100% cash.
Okay, it could be to 10%, the 250.
Assuming that that's the requirement of a bonding company you go through, yes. But if you want to use a bonding company, like I've told everybody else, find a list of them back in the jail and call them. The 10% is my general understanding of how they work, but I don't want you to rely on that. Call them and see what a bonding company would give you in your individual circumstance as their requirements, and then if you can find one that will work with you, then you can use that bonding company.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, thank you, sir. You can step back. April Wetta, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Alison Turé, if you would work your way to the second chair, please. Can I have your name and date of birth?
April Wetta, April 15, 2000.
Thank you very much. You are here on 3 probation violation warrants. In all 3 cases, petitions to revoke your probation allege that you have violated terms 3 and 5. I've appointed a lawyer to represent you in all 3 cases. Your next court hearing in all 3 of these matters will be a revocation arraignment hearing. It will take place August 5th. It will be in the probation court downtown. On these 3 warrants, you have a total secured appearance bond of $1,200. It is $500 on one of the warrants, $450 on the second, $250 on the third. So assuming my math is correct, that's a total of $1,200. It is all secured appearance. If you post that and you are released, you are ordered not to possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. You can step back to your left and get your paperwork. Tyler Walters, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Ricky Redmond, if you'd please work your way to the second chair.
Hello.
Hi, can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Tyler J. Walters, June 1st, 1990.
Thank you, Mr. Walters. You are here on a bench warrant issued by the Superior Court when you failed to appear at a status conference in an existing felony drug case. You have a lawyer already assigned to represent you in that case. That lawyer will continue to represent you.
Okay.
Your next court hearings will be a new status conference August 4th, and then you will have a preliminary hearing August 7th. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On that warrant, you have a $500 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released, you will then be responsible for getting yourself to both of your next court hearings, and you cannot possess any drugs without a valid prescription if you end up released.
Okay.
Do you understand those conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Walters. You can step back and get your paperwork. Alison Turé, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Terrence Coleman, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Alison Turé, November 1st, 1995.
Thank you very much, Mr. Turé. You are here on two different matters. The first matter you're here on is a bench warrant issued by the Superior Court when you failed to appear at a status conference in an existing felony drug case. In that case, you already have a lawyer assigned to represent you. That lawyer will continue on as your lawyer. Your next court hearing in that matter will be a status conference August 7th. It will be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown, and you have a $350 secured appearance bond on that warrant. If you post that bond and you get released on that warrant, upon release, you cannot possess any drugs without a valid prescription. The second matter that you're here on is an allegation of a new drug offense. That allegation is one count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony. I did not find probable cause to support that allegation. What that means is, well, what it doesn't mean is that that allegation is legally dismissed. It is still possible that the county attorney's office will file formal charges on that drug allegation, but I am not imposing any release conditions on that new allegation. I will appoint a lawyer for you. In the event that that is charged, you're entitled to a court-appointed lawyer. You do have to attend court hearings for that allegation, so you will have to go to court on August 13th at 8:30. When you go to that court hearing on the 13th, you will find out whether the county attorney has filed charges. If they have, you will then have a second court date on August 15th. If you go to court on the 13th and no charges have been filed, you will know that then. The reverse, though, if you do not go to court on the 13th and the county attorney has charged this case, that court's going to issue a warrant for your arrest. And at some point, you'd be picked up on that warrant and have to come back through here and do all this over again. So you have that $350 bond on the warrant in your existing case, no additional release restrictions, other than that you go to court on the 13th for that new case in case it's charged. Do you understand all that information?
Yeah, I do.
Do you have questions? Go ahead if you do.
Yeah, so I can't leave until I make bond?
That's right. You won't be released on that existing case warrant, at least or until you post that $350 bond.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you, sir. You can step back and get your paperwork. Ricky Redmond, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Taven Kerber, if you'd work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Ricky, last name Redmond, 7/14/1984.
Thank you, Mr. Redmond. Okay, you are here on a failure to comply with court terms warrant issued by the El Mirage Municipal Court. The underlying allegation in that case is a misdemeanor disorderly conduct allegation. You are entitled to a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of release conditions on the misdemeanor warrant.
I'm gonna wait till you finish.
Okay, that lawyer is going to be appointed by the next judge you see at your next court hearing. That hearing will be an arraignment hearing August 4th. It'll be at 10 o'clock in the morning in the El Mirage Municipal Court, and you have a $50 bond on that warrant. Go ahead.
Okay. If I may, Your Honor, I've already made payments on that and paid that completely off. I was advised by one of their personnel at El Mirage that I no longer had to deal with that case because I completed all the terminology or terms that was headed for that case. This happened back in 2016. If I'm under the correct understanding when this case was placed, it is 2025.
Well, so my records do indicate that this warrant was issued in 2020.
The case happened in 2016, Your Honor.
Okay, I have no way of knowing. Well, it looks like, according to my records, the alleged offense date was in 2019. So it may be a different case. I don't know.
No, it's El Mirage.
There's only one?
That's correct.
So yeah, my records indicate it was 2019, not 2016. But if you'll give me 1 second.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you in custody on something else?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you know what your release date is on whatever it is that you're otherwise in custody for?
No, Your Honor, I do not.
Okay, So here's the situation. According to the limited records I have from the El Mirage court, it looks like the last thing they show on their docket is this warrant issued after a failure to appear in court. So according to the records I have access to, it does not look like that warrant was ever quashed. So it looks to me like they still have some underlying obligation. I'm not saying that's true. I have limited access to their records.
Yes, Your Honor.
But I have nothing to look at and confirm that this warrant is an error or bad. So what I'm inclined to do is leave the $50 bond on it. That means that you'll be transported to court by MCSO. So that's 5 days away. Do you think that you'll still be in custody in 5 days on whatever else you're in custody for?
Your Honor, in all due respect, I have no earthly idea.
Okay.
And when this incident happened, Your Honor, I was actually active duty military at that time in 2019.
This one back in 2019? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Well,
and I do
the
have
reason
my
I'm asking
discharge
is,
paperwork.
if I do anything other than put a small bond on this, MCSO is not going to transport you to your court hearing. So if you're in custody for something else and I don't put a bond on this case, that hearing will proceed and nobody here will take you to that court hearing.
Yes, Your Honor.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that $50 bond on there. That's going to ensure that MCSO takes you to El Mirage on the 4th for that hearing.
Yes, Your Honor.
That judge is the one that can get this all cleared up. So if I'm wrong and you're right, and this has all been taken care of, and this is some sort of mistake that they never released this warrant, the El Mirage judge can clear that up for you on August 4th.
Yes, Your Honor.
If it's not a mistake and El Mirage still thinks that there's something outstanding in that case, that judge can hopefully clearly tell you what it is that needs to happen that hasn't happened in this case,
Yes, Your Honor.
and then you can get it put back on track. Also, last thing, when you go to court on the 4th, you're going to have a lawyer for purposes of release conditions. Tell your lawyer that you have a bond on this case and that the court imposed that bond only for purposes of getting you transported.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your lawyer can work with the El Mirage court to try to get that bond taken off so that you don't end up actually having to pay it. The purpose of it, like I said, is to get you transported to court.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Does all of that make sense?
Yes, Your Honor, it totally does.
Okay.
Thank
Do you
so
have
much.
any other questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Redmond. You can step back and get your paperwork. Thank you for your service to our country.
Thank you, ma'am.
Terrence Coleman, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Matthew Ross, if you'd please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Terrence Lamar Coleman, 7/21/84.
Thank you, Mr. Coleman. You are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are 2 counts of dangerous drug possession, both Class 4 felonies, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference August 13th, and then you will have a preliminary hearing August 15th. They'll both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. Sir, please take a seat. Please take a seat. Okay, on these allegations, I am inclined to release you to the supervision of pretrial services. That means you would be released from custody without having to post a bond. Upon release, you would be responsible for getting yourself to both of your next court hearings.
Thank you.
You would also be responsible for contacting pretrial services. That means once you get out of custody, you will have to give them a call. Their contact information will be in a little packet that you get with your release paperwork, so please keep both of those things. Upon release, you would also be ordered not to return to the scene where you were arrested, and you could not possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand all of those conditions, Mr. Coleman, and do you agree that you'll abide by them if you're released?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork. Taven Kerber, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Michael Nigro, if you'd work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Taven Kerber, 3/12/02.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kerber. You are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are 1 count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of criminal trespassing, a Class 3 misdemeanor. I did not find probable cause to support the narcotic drug allegation, but I did find probable cause to support the criminal trespassing allegation. What that means is that I am only imposing release conditions on the trespassing allegation. I did appoint a lawyer to represent you. In the event that that narcotic drug allegation is formally charged, the lawyer that I've appointed here will defend you against that allegation. Your next court hearings will be a status conference August 13th and then a preliminary hearing August 15th. They'll both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. And I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance, meaning you would be released from custody without having to post a bond. You would then be responsible for getting yourself to both of your next court hearings, and you would be ordered not to return to the scene where the alleged trespassing offense took place and not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription upon release. Do you understand those conditions, Mr. Kerber, and do you agree that you'll abide by them if released?
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork. Matthew Ross, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Divine Peebles, if you'd work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Matthew Ross, September 22nd, 1988.
Thank you, Mr. Ross. You are here on an allegation of a new charge. The allegation against you was one count of dangerous drug possession. It is a Class 4 felony. I have found probable cause to support that allegation. I've also appointed a public defender to represent you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference August 13th and then a preliminary hearing August 15th. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance, so you would be released from custody without having to post a bond. You would then be responsible for getting yourself to both of your next court hearings, and you would be ordered not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription upon release. Do you understand those conditions, Mr. Ross, and do you agree that you'll abide by them if you are released?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork.
Thank you.
Michael Nigro, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. He's coming? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just step down and put it, please.
Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Michael Victor Negro, 10/10/62.
Thank you, Mr. Nigro. You are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are one count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and one count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. I did not find probable cause to support those allegations. That does not mean that they are legally dismissed. The county attorney's office could still file charges on those allegations, but what my finding of no probable cause does mean is that you will be released from custody with no release restrictions except for one, and that one restriction is that you attend court hearings. So you will have a hearing on August 13th at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. Depending on what happens on the 13th, you might then also have a hearing on the 15th. When you go to court on the 13th, if charges are filed, you're entitled to a court-appointed lawyer, and there will be a public defender present to represent you. If the county attorney files charges on these allegations and you don't go to that court hearing on the 13th, that judge is going to issue a warrant for your arrest. So please make sure that you're in court on the 13th at 8:30, but you will get out of custody here today, and other than going back to court on the 13th, you have no other release restrictions. Do you understand that information?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Nigro. You can step back and get your paperwork. Do we need to clear or are we good?
What's your name? No, I got it.
Okay, Mr. Peebles, if you'll work your way into the courtroom, please. Can I have your name and date of birth?
Divine Angela Peebles, 02-16-1994.
Thank you very much, Mr. Peoples. You are here on an allegation of a new offense. That allegation is one count of indecent exposure. It is a misdemeanor allegation. Because that is a misdemeanor allegation, you're not entitled to a court-appointed lawyer. That means that you will not get a court-appointed lawyer to represent you. If you want to have a lawyer defend you against this allegation, you will have to hire a lawyer at your own expense. Your next court hearing on this matter will be an arraignment hearing August 12th. It will be at 1:30 in the afternoon in the University Lakes Justice Court. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance on this allegation, meaning you would be released from custody without having to post a bond. Upon release, you would be prohibited from being present on any property owned or controlled by Arizona State University. Specifically, you could not return to the scene where this alleged event took place. You would also be ordered not to possess any weapons or to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription if you were released. Do you understand those conditions, Mr. Peebles, and do you agree that you'll abide by them?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork. Okay, that concludes the 2 p.m. initial appearance calendar. This court will stand in recess until 5 p.m.
And then actually send them to the state virtual. She'll be on her way shortly.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, you may be seated. Give me just a second to get logged on, and then we will get started. All right, good afternoon. My name is Commissioner Elizabeth Campbell, and this is the 5 p.m. initial appearance calendar for July 29th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. Persons appearing before this court are reminded that they have the right to remain silent and that anything they say could be used against them. Most of you have qualified for a court-appointed attorney. If you have not qualified for a court-appointed attorney, or even if you have, you may retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I will be calling you up individually. When your name is called, please proceed to the podium. At the conclusion of your matter, officers will have paperwork for you. That paperwork will detail all of my orders in your case. It will also contain the dates, times, and locations of your future hearings. All right, hold on, let me finish getting logged on. All right, Ms. Stetson, are you on the phone?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I certainly never mean to inconvenience anyone. I was going to ask if Mr. Luters, who has filed his notice of appearance for Ms. Mendez, would like a few minutes to speak with his client. Is that the matter that you're here on as well?
Yes, Your Honor. The state is appearing on that case only. In the state's perspective, I think the recommendation of the state is pretty straightforward, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So if Mr. Luters, I'm going to give you an option. Do you want Did you want a few minutes to meet with your client?
Just 2 more minutes.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take 3 real quick, and then I'll pause and I'll check in with you. Is that okay with you, Ms. Stetson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. All right, we're going to start with Alejandro Espinoza, please, and then Christopher Saucedo. All right, Mr. Espinoza, go ahead, state your name for the record.
What's that?
You go ahead, state your name for the record.
Alejandro Espinosa,
And Mr. Espinoza, what is your date of birth?
February 4, 1991.
Thank you. And you are here this afternoon because you were arrested earlier today on charges of unlawful use of a means of transportation, a Class 5 felony, and exceeding the posted speed by more than 20 miles per hour. That's a misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for both of those. Based upon the information that you provided to pretrial services, I am finding that you are not indigent, so I am not appointing an attorney here for you today. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I'm setting 3 hearings in your matter, the first on August 4th at 8:30, the next one on August 5th at 1:30 p.m., and the last one on August 7th at 8:30 a.m., all in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Because you were on release in your case CR 2025-130283 on the date of the offense for your new charges, I am holding you non-bondable on your new charges. All right, go ahead, step left. Officers have your paperwork for you. All right, Christopher Salcido, please, and then Joshua Robinson. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Christopher Salcido,
And Mr. Salcido, what is your date of birth?
October 7, 1974.
Thank you. And you are here this afternoon on 3 matters. We're going to go ahead and talk about your municipal court matter first. You were arrested because the Goodyear Municipal Court issued a warrant for your arrest. This is a post-adjudication warrant stemming from a conviction for disorderly conduct with an offense date of July 1st of 2024. In that matter, I am appointing you, and I apologize, Giselle, we're going to need to reprint that. In that matter, an attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be on August 6th at 8:30 a.m. in the Goodyear Municipal Court. In that matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50, and the attorney should be appointed for limited representation regarding the bond issue only. Now, you are also here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued warrants for your arrest. In your cases, we'll go ahead and start. And your case, CR 2025-007242, is a arrest warrant issued by the grand jury in Maricopa County. In that warrant, it is alleged that on or about February 7th of 2025, you committed the offense of aggravated driving or actual physical control while under the influence of intoxicating liquor or drugs, a Class 6 felony. There are 2 counts of that. And then a 3rd count of extreme aggravated DUI or actual physical control while under the influence of intoxicating liquor or drugs. That's also a Class 6 felony. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney and setting a hearing on August 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a hearing in that matter on August 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Because you were on release in another felony matter on the date of offense for the alleged violations in this grand jury matter, I am holding you non-bondable in the grand jury matter. Now, finally, you are here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your failure to appear in your matter, CR 2024-141750. In that matter, I am not appointing you an attorney because if you were eligible to have one appointed, one should already have been appointed for you. I am setting a hearing on August 7th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In that matter, I'm also holding you non-bondable because you failed to appear for sentencing. All right, you have 3 cases. Officers should have all your paperwork for you. We did need to reprint the municipal court documentation, but hopefully you guys got that. Okay. All right, we're going to go on to Joshua Robinson, please. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name to record.
Joshua Robinson, 4883.
All right, and you are here on 2 matters. going to go ahead and talk about your one matter at a time. The Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated, or based upon allegations that you violated your probation in CR 2020-123656. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on August 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in that probation matter in the amount of $750. Now, you are also here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a second warrant for your arrest. This is also a probation violation matter, and this is in your case CR 2021-002258. In that matter, I'm also appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings again on August 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In the second probation violation matter, I am holding you non-bondable pursuant to that arrest warrant. All right, go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you.
Right here, sir. Go ahead, I'll be with you in just a minute.
Are you ready?
We are.
All right.
Hold on.
All right, I'm going to have her give her name and date of birth, and then I'll ask for appearances. All right, ma'am, go ahead, state your name.
My name is Isabel Sine Mendez, 033104.
And who do we have this afternoon appearing on behalf of Ms. Mendez?
Hi, Your Honor. Christian Luter's appearing on behalf of Ms. Mendez.
All right, and just for my future reference, is your appearance limited just the initial appearance, or is this a...
I'm here for the whole thing.
You're here for the whole thing. All right. And Ms. Stetson, who do we have on behalf of the state?
Your Honor, good evening. Ashley Stetson on behalf of the state.
Thank you. All right. Ms. Mendez was arrested earlier today on charges of possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. Ms. Stetson, would you like to be heard on probable cause?
No, Your Honor. The state believes that probable cause exists.
All right. And Mr. Luters, would you like to be heard on probable cause?
Defense will stipulate to probable cause, Your Honor.
Okay. I was also inclined to find probable cause. I am, based upon your appearance, Mr. Luter is going to go ahead and indicate that I am not appointing her an attorney at this time because we now have your appearance on file. That will need to be updated, Giselle. All right. Given your appearance, Ms. Stetson, would you like to be heard on condition and terms of release?
Yes, Your Honor. Really quickly, the state did review the Form 4 as well as the suspect's criminal history, her ties to the community, etc. Your Honor, the state had no objection to the suspect being released on her own recognizance. She does not appear to have any criminal history that the state can find. The state also noted that she has lived in the area. It looks like her entire life, or close to her entire life, Your Honor. She does reside, it appears, with her grandmother, and she's resided there approximately for the last 21 years. The state, like the state said, no objection to being released on her own recognizance. Obviously, no criminal law violations, no possession or use of any illicit drugs, no contact with any witnesses, complainants, or law enforcement involved in the case, and any other conditions Your Honor would see fit. Thank you.
Okay. And Mr. Luters, I am, of course, very happy to hear from you. However, I will just let you know that my inclination is to release Ms. Mendez on her own recognizance, although I'm happy to hear whatever argument you would like to give.
Really briefly, Your Honor,
Okay.
I'm very happy to hear that the prosecutor's recommending OR. When I heard she was on here specifically for this case, I got nervous and started to think maybe there was something I didn't know. But no, if whatever this arrest was, and whatever it turns out to be, it looks like it's an isolated incident. Ms. Mendez is a mom of an 8-year-old, just had her first kid back in December. She's got a lot to go home to. She takes care of or helps take care of 5 younger siblings in the house, and including her younger brother, who she is co-guardian of, who has epilepsy and autism. So she's greatly needed back at home. So we're hoping to get her there quickly. So own recognizance is what I'm requesting. Thank you.
All right, in order to release you on your own recognizance, Ms. Mendez, I'm going to set hearings on August 13th at 8:30 and August 15th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Will you promise to go to those?
Of course.
All right, Ms. Mendez, and based upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you this afternoon on your own recognizance. We will have paperwork for you, and we will provide a courtesy copy for you, counsel, as well. I think we already, Giselle, did we already get their updated paperwork? Okay, that should be there. And I think that concludes this matter. Anything else?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Anything else from you, Ms. Stetson?
No, Your Honor, the state would just ask to be excused.
All right, thank you for your appearance.
Thank you. One more.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, give me just a second. All right, Franz Culver, please, and then Miguel Calixto. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Franz Kluver,
And Mr. Kluver, what is your date of birth?
August 6, 1997.
Thank you. You were arrested earlier today on charges of unlawful flight from law enforcement, a Class 5 felony. I did find probable cause for that. Based upon the information that you provided to pretrial services, I'm finding you are not indigent, so I am not appointing an attorney for you today. You may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I'm setting 2 hearings, the first on August 4th at 8:30 and the next one on August 7th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $10,000. In the event that you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license, and you would, of course, need to return to attend your hearings, which will be on August 4th at 8:30 and August 7th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Full release conditions are in your paperwork. If you want to go ahead, step the left, officer will have it for you. Miguel Calixto, please.
Yes, take off.
All right, Mr. Calixto, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Miguel Angel Calixto Valle.
Mr. Calixto, what is your date of birth?
My date of birth?
Yes, sir.
6/3/1992.
Thank you. And you are here today on 3 matters. We're going to go ahead and talk about your new matter first. You were arrested earlier today on charges of aggravated DUI. DUI while your license was suspended or revoked, that's a Class 4 felony. Aggravated DUI, 3rd DUI, that's a Class 4 felony. Possession of narcotic drugs, that's a Class 4 felony. And possession of drug paraphernalia, that's a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for all of those. I am appointing you an attorney. I'm setting 2 hearings in your new case, the first on August 4th at 8:30 and the next one on August 7th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your new case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. Now, you are also here because you are on probation.
Yes.
For a previous DUI matter. Hold on, let me get the right one. I'm currently on probation for aggravated DUI. In that matter, your new charges would constitute an alleged Term 1 violation of that probation. In that probation violation matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on August 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In that probation case, I am setting a secured appearance bond. in the amount of $5,000. Now, you are also here because you are currently on probation in case CR 2021-37071. In that matter as well, your new charges would constitute an alleged term one violation of that probation. In that probation matter, I am also appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing on August 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In that second probation matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. In the event you are to post your bonds and secure your release, I am reminding you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours.
Okay.
All right.
So how much is my bond again?
$10,500 combined,
Thank you.
secured. All right, go ahead, step to left. Officers have your paperwork. Archie Underwood, please, and then David Anderson. So Mr. Underwood first, and then Mr. Anderson.
He said he wants to make out,
He wants, that's fine, that's his right. Does he want to come on up, or? We can do him as a house call later if that's better. If you want to bring him up to the podium, we'll do it here in court. Otherwise, we can do him as a house call afterwards. All right, let's go ahead and go to David Anderson, please. All right, Mr. Anderson, go ahead, state your name for the record.
My name is David Anderson.
And Mr. Anderson, what's your date of birth?
February 3rd, 1994.
Thank you. And you are here this evening because you were arrested earlier today on charges of criminal trespassing in a critical public service facility, a Class 5 felony.
Officer?
And I apologize, Mr. Luder, you might just have to.
I'll let you out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry, just go.
Oh. All right, I'm sorry, trespassing in a critical public service facility, a Class 5 felony. I did find probable cause for that. I am appointing you an attorney. I'm setting 2 hearings in your matter, the first on August 4th at 8:30, and the next one on August 7th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court.
Okay.
I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $2,500. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, I'm reminding you, you may not return to the scene of the alleged crime. All right, release conditions are in your paperwork. Officers will have those for you in a minute. Do we want him to hang out here for a second? This is Mr. Anderson.
It's going to be house call, Your Honor.
That's perfect. Thank you so much, Officer. So will you move Mr. Underwood to the bottom and indicate that he's a house call? Officers, are we ready, or do y'all need a moment to sort of reorient?
We're ready, Judge.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Michelle Dawkins, please, and then Courtney Newport. All right, Ms. Dawkins, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Hi, it's Michelle Dawkins.
And Ms. Dawkins, what's your date of birth?
2/10/84.
Thank you. And you are here this evening because you were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony, and knowingly displaying a false license plate, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those. For purposes of appointing you an attorney based upon the information that you provided to pretrial services, I am finding you are not indigent. Therefore, I am not appointing you an attorney. You may, however, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting hearings on August 4th at 8:30 and August 7th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I'm setting a secured appearance bond in your new matter in the amount of $1,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, I'm reminding you, you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, go ahead, step to left, officer.
So my total bond is $1,000?
In this case, yes. But you also have, I looked back through the information and I believe that you're also have 2 bonds in the amount of $500 each in your probation cases.
So those are new, right?
Huh?
So that would be new?
So this $1,000 is new, and this $1,000 is based upon the charges for which you were arrested yesterday.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Courtney Newport, please, and then Arthur Johnson. All right, Ms. Newport, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Courtney Newport.
And Ms. Newport, what's your date of birth?
August 16th, 1994.
Thank you. And you are here this evening because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued warrants for your failure to appear in your cases CR 2020-104-951 and CR 2022-030089. In both of those matters, if you were entitled to have an attorney appointed, one should already have been appointed for you. Therefore, I'm not appointing an attorney for you this evening. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting hearings on August 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court in both cases. And in both cases, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the, that's not, let me back up. In your 2020 case, I'm setting I am setting a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $750. In your 22 case, I am setting a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $250. All right?
Okay.
That's a total of $1,000 cash-only appearance bond.
Okay, even if I bonded out, I'm from Perryville, so that wouldn't matter anyway.
Okay.
So for my next court date, would I need to get an attorney or?
No.
No?
So you should, because these are failure to appear.
Okay.
You should have already had an attorney appointed.
And so they should be.
It should be the same
Okay.
attorney, or the same entity that is okay. Representing you. And I understand that you are at Perryville, so I anticipate you will still be in custody on August 5th.
Absolutely.
And so they will arrange for transport for you, okay?
Sure. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Newport. Arthur Johnson, please. All right, Mr. Johnson, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Arthur Johnson, November 24th, 1971.
Thank you. And you were arrested yesterday on charges of aggravated assault, assault on a first responder, which is a Class 4 felony, disorderly conduct involving weapons, a Class 6 felony, and resisting arrest, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those. I am appointing you an attorney. I am setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on August 4th at 8:30 and the next one on August 7th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $50,000. In the event that you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to certain release conditions, which will be in your paperwork, but I would highlight no weapons and no alcohol, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, step to left, officers have your paperwork for you. Philip Semeka, please, and then Mark Muggleston. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Philip Vincent Jamaica.
All right, just a second. All right, and Mr. Semeka, what is your date of birth?
8563, ma'am.
Thank you. And you are here tonight on, because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued warrants for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probations. In your cases, CR 2022-007092 and CR 2023-116384. In both of those matters, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on August 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court.
Your Honor, may I?
Yes.
I was in a sober living at the time, and I guess there's a misunderstanding between me and her. And then my brother just talked to her, and everything should have been fine. She said she didn't realize that.
So I did. I read your probation notes.
Yes, ma'am.
And I also, I had a look at the Form 4. The Form 4 states that you self-reported to the Adult Probation Department.
Oh, yeah, I showed up.
You did, but at that point you had been missing for over a month. Apparently your probation officer was contacted on the 28th, and your probation officer reported that you have a history of absconding, and this is your second petition to revoke your probation in your 22 case, as well as your 23 case. So at this point, again, I'm setting a hearings on August 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court, and I am setting a secured appearance bond in both cases in the amount of $250 in each case. All right, so that's $500 total in secured appearance bond.
Your Honor, I can't make that. I've been doing so good. So for any way to get an OR, I mean, I have had no troubles. I show up when I'm supposed to. I do everything I have done right, and I'm clean as ever.
So again, and I gave it a good bit of thought, sir. I really did. And I did really take into consideration that you had self-reported. However, in view of the history, at least according to the probation officer, of you absconding, and the fact that this is not your first petition to revoke, I'm going to leave those bonds out where they are. All right.
I have a home now and everything. First time in my life after 4 years, I have a home I'm living in.
That is amazing progress. All right, go ahead, step to left. Officers have your paperwork.
It has to be posted to the court. It's $250 or can I use a bond?
So it's $500 because there's two, right? And you can use a bonding company.
I can use a bonding company.
Yes, they're secured. Mark Muggleston, please, and then Donovan Jackson. All right, Mr. Muggleston, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Mark Andrew McGleston.
And Mr. Muggleston, I'm sorry, how do you say your last name?
McGleston.
McGleston.
Yeah.
Okay, McGleston. What is your date of birth?
It's 1886.
Okay, sir. And you are here on 3 matters. We're going to go ahead and talk about your new matter first. You were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for both of those. I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on August 4th at 8:30 and August 7th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your new matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. Now, you are also here because you are currently on probation in your cases CR 2022-145456 and CR 2023-142124. In both of those probation matters, your new charges for which you were arrested yesterday would constitute an alleged Term 1 violation. In each of those probation violation matters, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on August 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting secured appearance bonds of $250 in each of your probation violation matters. All right, go ahead, step to left. If you can set those bonds, you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, Donovan Jackson, please, and then Christopher Wyatt. All right, Ms. Jackson, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Donovan Miguel Jackson.
And Mr. Jackson, what's your date of birth?
October 6, 1994.
Thank you. And you are here this afternoon because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued warrants for your arrest on allegations, based upon allegations that you violated your probations in CR 2023-138273 and CR 2024-109907. In each of those matters, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on August 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your 23 matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. And in your 24 matter, I am also setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. In the event you are able to post those bonds and secure your release, I am reminding you, you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, go ahead, step to left. Officers have your paperwork for you. Christopher Wyatt, please, and then Giovanni Ochoa. All right, Mr. Wyatt, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Christopher Wyatt, April 24th, 1983.
Thank you. All right, you are here this evening because, hold on. Maricopa County, or because, hold on.
If I may, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
I was released like 3 weeks ago, or something like that, from here with a warrant pending for a misdemeanor probation in Chandler. So I was released. I pled to a probation. I was released, and then I went and tried to take care of that. I had a pastor named Omar at the UPC. It's the Presbyterian Church on College Avenue in Tempe. That was working and helping me get that took care of because I was released with a warrant, and I don't know how to go to probation with a warrant when I ain't got the other one took care of, and I was in the process of having help taking care of that. And then I was arrested for the warrant, which I've now took care of, and I pled to, and my probation was terminated, and I got 19 days to serve on that matter. And then I would like to see if there's any way I could reinstate my probation that was there so that I have a chance to actually start it for the first time, because I don't even have the paperwork, and I went actually 2 days in a row to the courthouse down here trying to find the APD. I found a big building that they said wasn't it because it said APD on it. I didn't have the paperwork because I had to walk home at night from here to 48th Street and Broadway. So I walked from the jail that night all the way up there. I lost my paperwork, so I didn't know the number to call. I went to the desk. They told me to go to the 5th floor. I went to that 5th floor of that building, and it was nothing but courtrooms, and I couldn't find anybody to help me. I pushed the button. I finally stood there a couple hours. I left. That was 2 days in a row I'd done that, and then I went to the church for help to try to figure out how to get because I didn't want to get in trouble because I was released with a bond or with a warrant while I was on probation, and I didn't catch any new charges. Your present allegations for which you're here this evening are an allegation that you have violated Term 3 and Term 5 of your probation in Maricopa County. This is the probation for the conviction for drug paraphernalia, which is your case, CR 2024-15489. In that matter, the allegation is based on you failed to report to adult probation within 72 hours of release from incarceration, attempts to locate defendant, including phone call to defendant, field visits, and reviewed booking records. Defendant did not reside in a residence approved by the adult probation department. Based upon those allegations, this evening I'm gonna set hearings on August 5th at 8:30, and I'm gonna go ahead and set a secured appearance bond in this case in the amount of $250. If you are still here when on August 5th, and they will transport you to that hearing, and you can talk to the judge then. In the event you are released, you do need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right? I would.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you.
Go ahead, step to the left. Giovanni Ochoa, please, and then Pamela Camacho.
Hello, good afternoon.
All right, good evening, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Hello.
You go ahead, state your name for the record.
Giovanni Alexis Cardenas Ochoa.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Cardenas Ochoa, what is your date of birth?
August 20, 1996.
Thank you. And you are here this evening because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest based upon your failure to appear in your matter CR 2019-117704. In that matter, I'm not appointing you an attorney because if you were eligible to have an attorney appointed, one should already have been appointed for you. You may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense. I'm setting a hearing on August 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court, and I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. All right, in the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you need to go to your hearing, and you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Full release conditions are in your paperwork. Go ahead, step to left. Officers have those for you.
So I'll be released today?
Setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Pamela Camacho, please. Good afternoon, ma'am. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Pamela Camacho.
And Ms. Camacho, what is your date of birth?
7/11/96.
Thank you. And you are here this evening because you were arrested earlier today on charges of driving with a suspended or revoked license, a misdemeanor. An attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be on August 4th at 10 a.m. in the El Mirage Municipal Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your new matter in the amount of $200, and I am appointing an attorney should be appointed for you for the limited representation regarding the bond issue only. Now, you are also here because the North Mesa Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to pay in your previous matter for driving with a suspended or revoked license. In that matter, I am setting a hearing on August 1st at 1 p.m. in the North Mesa Justice Court, and I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50. I am appointing counsel for limited representation regarding the bond issue only. In the event you are able to post your bonds and secure your release, you need to go to your hearings, and you need not to drive without a valid license. All right, go ahead, step to left. Officers have your paperwork.
I want to just clarify briefly, it's $300 in total for both of the charges.
$250 secured.
Oh, $250. Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Brendan Winkler, please, and then Dylan Johnson. All right, Mr. Winkler, go ahead, state your name for the record.
It's Brandon Matthew Winkler,
And Mr. Winkler, what's your date of birth?
August 14th, 1984.
Thank you. And you are here this evening because you were arrested. Let me try again. Because you got a warrant. North Mesa Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to comply with court orders in your case based upon a 2019 DUI conviction. Hold on just a second. I believe you're in custody on other charges, is that correct?
Yeah, I'm signing a plea for 4.5 years in prison, so
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and set I am appointing you an attorney for limited representation regarding the bond issue only. I'm setting a placeholder $50 secured appearance bond in this matter. To the extent it may provide you with credit for time in custody on this matter. So $50 secured appearance bond. I am appointing you an attorney for limited representation regarding the bond issue only. I'm setting a hearing on August 1st at 1 p.m. in the North Mesa Justice Court. If you're still in custody, which sounds like you will be, they will arrange, I believe it's remote appearance to the Justice Courts, okay? All right, go ahead, step to left. Officers have your paperwork.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Dylan Johnson, please. Good evening, Mr. Johnson. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Dylan Johnson, 5/25/2002, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, you were arrested earlier today on charges of aggressive driving, a Class 1 misdemeanor, driving with a suspended or revoked license, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and exceeding the speed limit by more than 20 miles per hour. I did find probable cause for those. Because of the nature of the charges, you're not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for you this evening. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I'm setting a hearing on August 18th at 10:30 a.m. in the Agua Fria Justice Court. Will you go to that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, then based upon your promise to appear, I'm going to release you this evening on your own recognizance, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
So you need to go to that hearing. If you do not go to that hearing, an arrest warrant may issue for you, okay?
Yes, sir.
So get it taken care of.
I will, for sure.
All right, go ahead, step to the left, officer, I have your paperwork.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we have 2 house calls this evening. Our first, these individuals are not able to be with us because they are a danger to self, a danger to others, or otherwise not able to function for purposes of appearing in the courtroom this evening. Our first house call is Archie Underwood III. Mr. Underwood's date of birth is June 14th, 96. Mr. Underwood is here on 2 matters. We're going to go ahead and talk about his new matter first. He was arrested earlier today on charges of possession of dangerous drugs for sale, a Class 2 felony, possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I am appointing him an attorney, and I am setting hearings on August 4th at 8:30 and August 7th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in his new matter in the amount of $5,000. Now, Mr. Underwood is also here because he is currently on probation. In his case, CR 2019-111838. In that matter, the Maricopa County Superior Court has issued a warrant for his arrest for alleged probation violations. In that probation violation matter, I am appointing him an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on August 5th at 8:30. in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in his probation matter in the amount of $250. All right, our last house call is Christopher Stevens. Mr. Stevens' date of birth is December 18th, 1978. Mr. Stevens is here because he was arrested earlier today on charges of theft or control of stolen property, a Class 2 felony, theft of a means of transportation, a Class 3 felony. I did find probable cause for those. I am appointing him an attorney. I'm setting hearings on August 4th at 8:30 and August 7th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in his matter in the amount of $15,000. All right, that concludes our house calls for this evening. If anything changes after I talk to Mr. Underwood or Mr. Stevens in jail, I will update my written orders. And with that, we are going to stand adjourned on the 5 p.m. initial appearance calendar, and we will reconvene at 8. We're off the record.
All right.
Good evening. All right. You may be seated. Thank you. All right. Good evening. My name is Commissioner Elizabeth Campbell, and this is the 8 p.m. initial appearance calendar for July 29th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. Persons appearing before this court are reminded that they have the right to remain silent and that anything they say could be used against them. Most of you have qualified for a court-appointed attorney. If you have not qualified for a court-appointed attorney, or even if you have, you may retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I will be calling you up individually. When your name is called, please proceed to the podium. At the conclusion of your matter, officers will have paperwork for you. That paperwork will detail my orders in your case. It will also contain the dates, times, and locations of your future hearings. We're going to start this evening with Ryan Quiñones, please, and then Dustin Windot.
Ryan, Dustin, Windot. Good night, man. You can have a seat right here, sir.
All right, sir, go ahead and state your name for the record.
Ryan Quiñones, 5892.
Thank you. And you are here this evening on two matters. We're going to go ahead and talk about your existing matter first, and we'll talk about your new charges. The Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear in your matter CR 2025-117577. In that matter, I'm not appointing you an attorney because if you were eligible to have an attorney appointed, one should already have been appointed for you. You may, of course, always retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting hearings on August 4th at 8:30 and August 7th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your failure to appear matter in the amount of $500. Now, you are also here because you were arrested earlier today on charges of possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause for that. I am appointing you an attorney in your new matter. In your new matter, I'm setting 3 hearings. First on August 4th at 8:30, the next one on August 5th at 1:30 p.m., and the last one on August 7th at 8:30 a.m., all in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Because you were on release in your case, CR 2025-117577, that's the one we just talked about with the failure to appear, on the date of offense for your new charges, I am holding you non-bondable on your new charges. Okay, go ahead, step to left. Officer will have your paperwork for you.
Here you go, sir.
Dustin Windot, please.
Okay, have a seat right over here. I'll be there in just a minute. Dustin?
All right, Mr. Windot, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Dustin Went.
And, I'm sorry, what's your last name?
Went.
Wint?
W-E-N-D-T.
Okay.
They have it misspelled.
They have it misspelled. All right, Mr. Went. Mr. Went, what's your date of birth?
9/7/89.
All right, you are here today on 2 matters. We're going to talk about your new matter first, and we'll talk about your probation case. You were arrested on charges of, hold on. You were arrested earlier today on charges of transportation and or sale of dangerous drugs, a Class 2 felony, possession of narcotic drugs for sale, a Class 2 felony, burglary in the third degree, a Class 4 felony, burglary in the third degree, the second count, a Class 4 felony, unlawful flight from law enforcement, a Class 5 felony, aggravated assault, Class 6 felony, criminal trespass, a Class 1 misdemeanor, harming a service animal, a Class 1 misdemeanor, resisting arrest, a Class 1 misdemeanor, criminal damage, a Class 2 misdemeanor, and failure to obey a police officer, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for those. I am appointing you an attorney. I'm setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on August 4th at 8:30, the second one on August 7th at 8:30. Both of those are in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your new case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to certain release conditions, including electronic monitoring. Now, you are also here because your new charges would constitute an alleged Term 1 violation of your existing probation in CR 2013-103893. In that probation violation matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on August 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your probation matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. In the event you are able to post your bonds and secure your release, you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, go ahead, step to the left, officer has your paperwork.
We're getting the correct spelling.
Oh, okay, perfect. And officer, we're going to get Mr. Went corrected paperwork with the correct spelling of his name. Thank you for that. So, Sylvester Lauderdale, please. And then after Mr. Lauderdale, David Davis.
Lauderdale. Good morning. Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Lauderdale, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Sylvester Lauderdale.
And Mr. Lauderdale, what's your date of birth?
6/17/88.
Thank you. And you are here this evening because you were arrested earlier today on charges of burglary in the third degree, a Class 4 felony. Did find probable cause for that. I am appointing you an attorney. I'm setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on August 4th at 8:30 and the second one on August 7th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $10,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you may not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with any alleged victim. You may not possess weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. Go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork with the complete release conditions. David Davis, please. Hi.
Hello, Your Honor.
Mr. Davis, go ahead, state your name for the record.
For the record, my name is David Edward Davis.
And Mr. Davis, what's your date of birth?
Date of birth is July 26, 1978.
Thank you. All right, and you are here today on 2 matters. I see you have a paper with you. Is that something that you wanted to talk to me about?
Yes.
Or? Okay. All right, so you're here on 2 matters. You were arrested earlier today on theft of a means of transportation, a Class 3 felony. I did find probable cause for that. I am appointing you an attorney. I am setting 2 hearings, the first on August 4th at 8:30 and the next one on August 7th at 8:30. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your new case in the amount of $5,000. Now, you are also here because you are currently on probation in CR 2025-105454. In that matter, your new charges would constitute an alleged Term 1 violation of your existing probation. In your probation case, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on August 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your probation matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. In the event you are to post your bond and secure your release, you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Okay?
Okay. Your Honor, first I'd like to just address the court. I'm currently the attorney of record for this case, for the CR 105454-001. And at this time, I'm litigating that whole error of that case, along with the probation violation. I just received notice that I got violated, I guess, maybe 10, 15 minutes before, which actually this is an alleged theft of means, Your Honor. I had permission, as well as I did not deprive the alleged victim. This is my girl cousin. She has major issues, but needless to say, my birthday is July 26th. I got the car from her July 27th. And then I got arrested just early this morning when on my way to bring the car. It will all be dismissed, or it will all be taken care of. At this time, what I am asking the courts, and will not let the courts down, is for an ankle monitor. So I have an address to go to. I have a job too. I work for Fathers Matters. Verify, and it is, I'm a peer support specialist. And my job is to educate and motivate and pep people to get jobs. And I was at CBI early this morning where I got arrested at. So in the midst of me doing what I was supposed to be doing, this just snafu, it was out of my hands. I committed no crime, did not do any harm to anyone. Like I said, I didn't even deprive my girl cousin of a dollar. Her wallet's in there and everything. And I just would ask if I could then, so to not have a hardship, to be able to, it's pertinent for me to come to court. I'm the attorney of record. So me showing up to court is a no-brainer. And I'd like to definitely get in front of this and take care of these issues at hand, Your Honor.
Okay, and I appreciate that. And I did notice in your probation case that you were pro per. Do you want me not to appoint an attorney in that case?
Yeah, it's not needed, Your Honor. Just for the sake of confusion, I'm waiting for someone else to do something. This case that I'm on probation for now, it will be resolved. It's going to be discharged, which in turn then I won't be on probation, which it would make no sense to do all that.
All right, I'm going to let you make those arguments to the court when you see the court on August 5th. I guess your first court appearance is in your new case on August 4th at 8:30.
Okay.
And then with regard to the new case, and with regard to the probation case, your first hearing date is August 5th. All that information is in your paperwork. I'm going to leave those bonds set where they are this evening based upon the information that is in the Form 4. I understand and appreciate your arguments. You can make them to the court in a few days. Go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you.
Okay. Can you also correct, there's an error. My birth date on your guys' document says July 27th, and my birthday is July 26th, and
my documents are showing it's July 26th, 1978.
okay, so they corrected it.
Yep.
All right.
All right, go ahead, step to the left. Thank you, sir. Jose Robledo, please, and then Michael Morris. Yes.
Michael Morris. The signature for number 1.
There. Sorry. Is it right now?
Yes, now it is.
All right, sir, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Jose Javier Perez Robledo, 2403.
Thank you, sir. And you are here this evening because you were arrested on charges, hold on. Let me just get, you are here this evening based on charges that on or about July 18th of 2025, you committed the offense of burglary in the 3rd degree, class 4 felony. I did find probable cause for those. For that, I am appointing you an attorney, setting hearings on August 4th at 8:30 and August 7th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of, or in this matter, in the amount of $5,000. All right, go ahead, step to the left. Officers have your paperwork. Michael Morris, please. And then Juan Campos.
Good evening, Your Honor.
Good evening, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Michael Morris,
And Mr. Morris, what's your date of birth?
5/25/92.
Thank you. All right, you are here today on 3 matters. We're going to go ahead and talk about your Maricopa County matters first. Karina, we still don't have the correct warrants attached to 26 and 27.
It doesn't look like we got an actual warrant, it just looks like we got the hit confirmation.
So those hit confirmations are not for the Maricopa County cases. The Maricopa County cases are, their warrants are in the ISIS docket.
Yes, this is the only thing that we got from the document that the officer submitted.
Okay.
The warrant, they didn't actually submit the warrant.
Okay, so we need the warrant because that's what he's being seen on, and the things that are attached are,
Because they do have the case number.
they do have the case number, okay.
And it just looks like it was through hit.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Morris, we did your name and date of birth, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so Maricopa County Superior Court issued warrants for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probations in your case, CR 2023-131817 and CR 2022-030247. In both of those cases, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on August 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In the 23 case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750. In the in the 22 case, hold on. All right, Karina, where is the information on the 22 case on this hit?
For the 247?
Yes.
Is in this case is pretty much exactly the same. It should be attached to a specific docket on the 247.
Oh, okay, I see it. Okay, in the 247 case, I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. In the event you are able to post those bonds and secure your release, you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Now, you are also here because the Pioneer Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that are based upon failure to appear in their matter. In that matter, an attorney should be appointed at your next hearing, which will be on August 1st at 8:30 in the Pioneer Justice Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in that matter in the amount of $100. And I'm appointing counsel for limited representation regarding the bond issue only. All right? Go ahead, step to the left. Officers have your paperwork for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Juan Campos, please, and then Oscar Balderas. Mr. Campos, go ahead, state your name for the record.
My name is Juan Angel Campos Jr. I was born November 11th, 1967.
Thank you. All right, you are here this evening on 3 matters. We're going to go ahead talk about your 2017 matter first. In your case, CR 2017-108837, the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your failure to appear. In that matter, I'm not appointing you an attorney because if you are eligible to have an attorney appointed, one should already have been appointed for you. You can, of course, always retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting hearings in the Downtown Maricopa County Superior Court on August 5th at 8:30. And in your 2017 case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. In your second case, which is the 22 case, Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your failure to appear. In your case, CR 2022-100959. In that case, as with the other failure to appear case, I'm not appointing you an attorney because if you were eligible to have an attorney appointed, one should already have been appointed for you. I am again setting a hearing on August 5th at 8:30 in the Downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the 22 case in the amount of $1,000. Finally, you are here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a third warrant for your arrest for failure to appear in your case, CR 2017-109963. In that matter, again, I'm not appointing you an attorney because if you were eligible to have an attorney appointed, one should already have been appointed for you. Can always retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I'm setting hearings on August 5th at 8:30 in the Downtown Maricopa County Superior Court, and I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500.
How come I don't have nothing on my paperwork on about any of that?
You're Juan Campos, right?
Yes, but what they gave me doesn't say anything.
These are failure to appear warrants out of Maricopa County Superior Court.
Yeah, for on the 15th, correct? That I was supposed to appear at court on the 15th, and I missed because I was out of Phoenix and working.
Okay.
And when the officers brought me in, they said there was no new charges. It was just a warrant for a failure to appear.
So they are.
So I don't know
warrants for failure to appear.
Well, because I had not I wasn't able to make it to the court because due to for the circumstances of work, and they said there was no new charges brought up. So why is there 3?
You got an arrest warrant was issued in each of the 3 cases that I listed.
Okay, so the one was for the 2017, the one earlier this year.
Okay, so there's 3. CR 2017-108837, CR 2022-100959, and CR 2017-109963. So all 3 of those cases. Now, if you step to the left, officers will have your paperwork, and they'll list each of the 3 cases. You'll get papers for each of the 3 cases. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, Oscar Balderas, please, and then Marcos Velasquez, I'm sorry. All right, Mr. Balderas, go ahead, state your name for the record. Mr. Balderas, will you state your name for the record?
Oscar Balderas.
And Mr. Balderas, what's your date of birth?
6/11/68.
Thank you. And you are here today on 4 matters. You were arrested earlier today on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause for that. I am appointing you an attorney. I'm setting hearings on August 4th at 8:30 and August 7th at 8:30, both in the Downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your new case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. Now, you are also here because the charges in your new case constitute an alleged Term 1 violation of your probations in cases CR 2022-134279, CR 2023-00174, and CR 2024-15083. In each of those 3 probation cases, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on August 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In each of those 3 probation cases, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. Now, in the event you are able to post your bonds and secure your release, I am reminding you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, go ahead, step to the left. Officers have your paperwork for you.
I got money, and I have not money here.
Okay. All right, then you can go ahead and post your bond, sir. It is a secured appearance bond. Officers will have information about how you can do that, okay?
Yeah, but it's the money.
Marcos Velasquez, please, and then Jason De Jesus. All right, Mr. Velasquez, go ahead and state your name for the record.
Huh?
Can you state your name for the record?
Oh, Marcos Velasquez,
And what's your date of birth?
05/27/1998.
All right, you are here on 2 matters. Maricopa County Superior Court has issued warrants for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probations in CR 2023-114477 and CR 2023-117589. In both of those cases, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on August 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your 23 case ending 4477, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750. In your 23 case ending 7589, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750. In the event you are able to post your bonds and secure your release, I am reminding you, you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork. Jason De Jesus, please. And then Vernell Wright.
Hi,
Hi, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Jason De Jesus,
And Mr. De Jesus, what is your date of birth?
February 18, 1969.
Thank you. And you are here this evening on 3 matters. So we're going to go ahead and talk about your new charges first. You were arrested based on a direct complaint issued by the Maricopa County Superior Court. That direct complaint alleges that on or about November 20th, 2024, you possessed or used dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. In that new matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on August 4th at 8:30 and August 7th at 8:30. Both of those are in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the direct complaint matter in the amount of $50. Now, you are also here because you are currently on probation in cases CR 2022-134571 and CR 2022-119866. In both of those cases, your new charges in the direct complaint would constitute an alleged Term 1 violation of your probation. In both of those probation matters, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on August 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I'm setting a secured appearance bonds in each of those 2 probation cases in the amount of $250. So it's a total of $550 in secured appearance bonds. In the event you are able to post those bonds and secure your release, I'm reminding you, you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you. All right, Vernell Wright, please. All right, Mr. Wright, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Vernell Wright.
And Mr. Wright, what's your date of birth?
12/29/03.
All right, and you are here this evening on, with regard to your 2 probation cases, CR 2024-126170 and CR 2023-107363. In each of those cases, your new charges in Tempe Municipal Court case number 25024911, which would be with allegations of possession of drug paraphernalia, would constitute an alleged term 1 violation of both of those cases. Also alleged are term 3 and 5 violations in each of those probation cases. I am appointing you an attorney. I'm setting hearings on August 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In both of those probation violation matters, I am setting secured appearance bonds in the amount of $250. In the event you are to post your bonds and secure your release, you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, go ahead, step to left, officer, has your paperwork. Elijah Rogers, please, and then Amanda Kane. Good evening, Mr. Rogers. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Elijah Rogers,
And Mr. Rogers, what's your date of birth?
07/13/2004.
Thank you. And you are here this evening because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation in CR 2024-13694 in 40, sorry. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on August 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Pursuant to that probation violation arrest warrant, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, go ahead, step to the left, officer has your paperwork.
Thank you.
Amanda Kane, please, and then Logan White.
Hi.
Hi, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Amanda Faye Kane, date of birth 4/28/81.
Thank you, and you are here this evening because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation in CR 2022-030336. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on August 5th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $100. In the event you are to post that bond and secure your release, I am reminding you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, go ahead, step to left. Officers have your paperwork for you. All right, Logan White, please. All right, Mr. White, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Logan White,
All right, Mr. White, what's your date of birth?
11/1999.
Thank you. You were arrested earlier today on charges of possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. Based upon the limited information that I have in front of me this evening, I'm not finding probable cause for that violation. It does not mean that the allegations are dismissed, and you must attend the scheduled court dates. I'll give you those in the release order because formal charges may nevertheless be filed. I'm further advising you that failure to appear at your court dates could result in a warrant being issued for your arrest. I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on August 13th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. That information will be in your paperwork. Give me just a second. I'm going to add just a little bit more information. I'm going to give you.
You said you're released. That means I'm getting out.
It does. But hold on just a second. I'm going to give you just a little bit more information about with a phone number. So you can check and confirm. Karina, can you reprint that one for me?
Yes.
All right, you do need to go to your court date, though.
Yes, ma'am.
I've included a number in your order where you can confirm that court date, okay?
Thank you.
All right, go ahead, step to the left. We'll get that to you in just a minute.
Thank you.
Okay, we have 3 house calls this morning. House calls are not able to be with us this evening because they are a danger to self, a danger to others, or otherwise not able to function for purposes of appearing here in court this evening. Our first house call is Guillermo Monge Vega. Okay. Mr. Monge Vega's date of birth is December 31st, 1998. Mr. Vega was arrested earlier today on charges of possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony, and possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause for that. I am appointing him an attorney. And I am setting hearings on August 4th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court, and August 7th at 8:30 also in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in Mr. Vega's case in the amount of $750. Our next house call is Marcos Massey. Mr. Massey's date of birth is September 18th, 1992. Mr. Massey was arrested on charges of, wait, hold on. On charges of theft of a means of transportation, a Class 3 felony, and robbery, a Class 4 felony, that pursuant to the Form 4 were committed on or about July 25th of 2025. All right. I am appointing Mr. Massey an attorney. I did find probable cause for those. I am appointing Mr. Massey an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on August 4th at 8:30 and August 7th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in Mr. Massey's matter in the amount of $45,000. In the event Mr. Massey is able to post that bond and secure his release, he would be subject to electronic monitoring, and he may not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim. Our last house call is Anthony Green. Mr. Green's date of birth is October 19th, 1992. Mr. Green was arrested yesterday on charges of aggravated assault, a Class 5 felony, resisting arrest, Class 6 felony, obstructing government operations, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and criminal trespass, a Class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for those. I am appointing him an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on August 4th at 8:30 and August 7th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in his case in the amount of $10,000. In the event he is able to post that bond and secure his release, he may not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with any alleged victim. If anything changes after I talk to the house calls, I will update my written orders in these cases. With that, we are going to go ahead and stand adjourned until we're going to adjourn the 8 p.m. initial appearance calendar, and we will stand adjourned until 11 p.m.
join? Are we good? All right, sorry about that. For those of you that are on Teams, I'm not going to be able to join, but we have you in the courtroom. We are here today for the 11 p.m. calendar on July 29th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month will apply to all matters on this calendar. I'll call you guys each one at a time to the podium, and I'll provide a second name to sit in the chair outside of this room. I will let you know what you are here for, if I have appointed an attorney, if you have a bond, and what your release conditions are. If we could start with Mr. Gutierrez to the podium and Mr. Martinez to the chair. Well, we have two Mr. Martinez, Juan Martinez to the chair. Good evening, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Raul Gutierrez, March 21st, 1988.
Thank you. And do I have counsel on the line for Mr. Gutierrez?
Yes, Your Honor, Robert Campos.
Thank you, Mr. Campos. And do I have the state on the line?
Yes, Your Honor. Ashley Stetson on behalf of the state.
Thank you, everybody. We are here today on a new Superior Court case. It is for one count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, a Class 2 felony, one count of endangerment, a Class 6 felony, and one count of disorderly conduct, a Class 6 felony. Mr. Campos, do you intend to discuss probable cause, release conditions, or both?
Release conditions, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel. I am going to find probable cause here today. I also did review the notice of appearance, and it does indicate it is for the initial appearance only at this time, so I am going to appoint counsel for future hearings. If you do move forward with hiring Mr. Campos for future hearings, then he will file the appropriate paperwork, but if you don't, you will have an attorney appointed to you for your next hearing. Those hearings will be on August 4th at 8:30 and August 7th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Courthouse. And Mr. Campos, did you get an opportunity to review the state's recommendation?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Stetson, would you like to place that on the record?
Yes, Your Honor. Very quickly, the state is requesting a bond be set in the amount of $100,000 secured bond due to the nature of the allegations, Your Honor. It is alleged that the victim in this case was sitting in front of a smoke shop, minding his own business when the suspect exited a restaurant. The restaurant, the Form 4 doesn't really give an indication of how far the restaurant was from the smoke shop. However, it was a distance enough that the Form 4 noted that the suspect had to walk across the area to the smoke shop. There were words exchanged between the suspect and the alleged victim, Your Honor. There were also other people around besides the victim. There was an individual that was sitting with the victim, as well as there was an individual that may have been with the suspect at the time. Your Honor, like the state said, there were words exchanged. The state doesn't know exactly what words were exchanged. However, the suspect also had a firearm in his hand at the time. There's no allegations that the suspect pointed the firearm at the victim. However, Your Honor, he did have a firearm in his hand. It was pointed at the ground, it sounds like, but the suspect did discharge the firearm, and due to the discharge, the bullet did ricochet and strike the victim in the leg. The state is not aware of the extent of the victim's injuries at this time. The state does know that the victim did seek medical care in this case. It is still too early, and the state does not have all the information in regard to the victim's injuries. However, Your Honor, the suspect in this case walked over to the victim. He had a gun in his hand. He made the choice to discharge the firearm. The bullet ricocheted and struck the victim in the leg. The state thinks that these are very serious allegations. Not only did he strike the victim in the leg, there were also multiple other individuals in the near area of when this was occurring that could have been struck, and the state feels that that should also be taken into consideration, Your Honor. Based on that, the state is requesting bond be set in the amount of $100,000 secured, as well as the standard conditions, Your Honor, which are no contact with any complainant, witness, victim, investigating law enforcement, no possession of any weapons, no returning to the scene of the incident, and no alcohol or illegal substances, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Stetson. And Mr. Campos, would you like to put your request on the record?
Yes, Your Honor. My client is 37 years old. He's resided at the same home with his wife and Alison for 9 years. He's married. He has 4 children, 19, 14, 12, and 9. They all attend school in the Valley. My client, I believe, is the owner and worker there at that restaurant. He's been there for 2 years with his wife. He has no prior arrests, no prior failures to appear. Judge, the Form 4 says that my client self-surrendered. That is accurate. It also misstates that my client, I think they used the word fled after the incident. That is absolutely incorrect. And I know that because I was retained yesterday. I actually spoke to the deputies at that time and asked them if they were seeking my client to place him under arrest. They said they had no such intent. They just wanted to speak to him. I advised the deputies that my client had retained counsel. He would not speak to them. He had gone to pick up his children from school. He did not flee. I advised the deputies that if they were asking that my client self-surrender at that time because they were going to arrest him, that he would immediately report to whatever substation they requested. They did not request that he turn himself in at that time. They specifically advised me that he was not under arrest. They were not going to arrest him. So stating that he fled, Judge, is just actually incorrect. The next day, today, I was contacted by a detective. He advised me that my client was going to be arrested. I advised the detective that my client will self-surrender, and we did that very promptly. So my client is not a flight risk at all. Judge, as far as this incident, these were transients, and they were refusing to leave the area. My client had asked them to leave. They refused. The alleged victim confronted my client, made an aggressive move. My client accidentally discharged a weapon. Clearly, the police officers also stated that my client never pointed at anybody, never made an aggressive move. He was confronted. He doesn't have a lot of experience with weapons. It accidentally discharged. It ricocheted, and I don't know whether or not it actually hit somebody. That was not actually, I'm not sure that occurred. But even so, this was absolutely accidental. If anything, it was a reaction to fear on behalf of my client when he was confronted with this transient who refused to leave after he had been asked several times because he was disturbing the patrons there at this location. Judge, the critical factor here is whether my client poses a danger to the community and whether or not he is a flight risk. Judge, by self-surrendering, he clearly has demonstrated that he's responsible and that he's not a flight risk. So we can take that equation off the table. As far as a future threat to the community, this was an isolated incident where my client felt threatened. It's undisputed that he did not point the weapon at anybody, and it was an accidental discharge. This is one of those situations where it happens one time in your life, and now my client has been responsible and appeared at the Avondale Police Station when he was requested to do so. So he's established, Judge. He has a long history here in Arizona. He has his family and his children. He's a restaurant owner. He has no prior failures to appear. He has no felonies. He's an upstanding citizen here in this community. It's unfortunate that this occurred. I believe, Judge, that a bond of $100,000 secured is more in line with somebody who has murdered somebody else or is charged with some kind of serious physical injury, because that person had absolutely no reason to discharge a weapon. That's not this case. This is accidental. A good, upstanding citizen here in the community. $100,000 is excessive. And I would be asking, Judge, that the court impose, frankly, Judge, I believe my client has earned an OR release because he has voluntarily appeared and made it very easy for everybody. The detective was very pleased because it makes the situation less serious. They do not have to arrest him in the street and put bystanders at risk. There was no felony stop, no felony arrest. He met my client at the station, handcuffed him, and it was a very gentle scene. I believe my client should be released OR. If the court believes that a bond should be imposed, I'd ask that it no more than $10,000 secure, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Campos. I have reviewed the Form 4 along with Mr. Gutierrez's criminal history. I do commend him for turning himself in after the incident, and I have taken that into consideration. However, I do have some concerns that he confronted an unknown party with a weapon without any training with that weapon, and as a result, somebody was injured, and somebody could have been seriously injured or even killed. There were multiple people in the area when this happened, and he recklessly removed that weapon from his waistband and discharged it, whether accidental or not. The court is very concerned about that. And so I am going to set a bond here today. You will have a bond in the amount of, a secured appearance bond in the amount of $75,000. In the event that bond is posted, he will be released to the supervision of pretrial services and equipped with electronic monitoring. In addition to that, he may not return to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, and he may not possess any weapons. All of this information will be in his release paperwork. Did either counsel have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Campos, would you like a copy of those release conditions emailed to you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I will have my clerk do that, and we will also give a copy of that to your client. Mr. Gutierrez, if you'll take a seat out there, they'll bring you that paperwork. That does conclude this hearing. Mr. Campos, feel free to disconnect at your convenience. And Ms. Stetson, do you intend on appearing for case number 11?
Yes, Your Honor. The state will be appearing in that matter.
Okay, and that will be at the end of the calendar. So I will be with you in just a little bit for that case.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. If I could have Juan Martinez to the podium and Anthony Martinez to the chair. Good evening, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
My name is Juan Martinez. My date of birth is 02/29/1988.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you have two cases on the calendar. It looks like they are both failure to appear bench warrants that were issued for you. I am going to affirm the attorney that was previously appointed to represent you in these cases.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're going to have a hearing on August 7th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Courthouse. That applies to both cases. In one case, you do have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. However, in the second case, it does appear that you were brought here based on a, let me take a look, I believe it was a writ, an order for a writ habeas corpus, because it looks like you're in custody of the federal government right now. And because you're in custody of the federal government, you will be held non-bondable.
Okay.
So although you have bond on one case, I don't recommend posting it because you'll still be held on your other case, okay? Did you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, just to your left, the officer will give you that paperwork.
Right.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
Your Honor.
Anthony Martinez to the podium and Anita Newton to the chair. Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Anthony Martinez, 10/4/60.
Thank you. It does look like you are here on a probation violation warrant. It looks like it is an interstate compact warrant. You are going to have an attorney appointed to you, and you're going to have a probation revocation hearing August 5th at 8:30. You will be held non-bondable. So you'll meet with your attorney on August 5th. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
I know.
Okay, so step to your left. They'll give you that paperwork. Thank you, sir. Anita Newton to the podium. Elise Jenkins to the chair. Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Yes, ma'am. Anita Newton, 11260.
Can you repeat your date of birth?
11260. January 12th, 1960.
Okay. All right, and it does look like you are here on a probation violation warrant that issued for your arrest in March of 2000. I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a probation revocation hearing on August 5th at 8:30.
Okay.
In this case, you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $15,000. In the event that bond is posted, you have written conditions of release. You may not possess any weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions, ma'am?
I'm not quite sure. I would have to put up how much, and I don't know. I've been in Texas for the last 20-some years, so that would be in the paperwork, right?
The bond amount, is that what you're asking? Yeah. So all of the information I just gave you will be in your paperwork. The bond is a secured appearance bond of $15,000.
Okay.
And your next hearing is on August 5th.
Okay.
Any other questions, ma'am?
I just need to know who to talk to about a bond.
So when you get to the back in processing, they'll give you access to a phone along with phone numbers to bail bonding companies.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. If you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Ms. Jenkins to the podium. Mr. Rodriguez to the chair. Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Alize Jenkins, 10/9/97.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you are here on a new case as well as a probation case. So the first case is for 1 count of disorderly conduct and 1 count of criminal trespass. Those are both misdemeanor charges. I am finding probable cause and appointing an attorney to represent you. You will have an arraignment hearing August 4th at 10 a.m. That hearing will take place in the El Mirage Municipal Court. You're also here on a probation case. So because you're on probation, when you were picked up for this new offense, it is a term 1 violation of your probation. So I'll appoint an attorney in this case and set a probation revocation hearing August 5th at 8:30. In your new charges, you will have a secured appearance bond of $5,000, and in your probation case, $2,500. So that's a total bond of $7,500. In the event that bond is posted, you will have written conditions of release. You may not return to the scene of the alleged crime. You may not have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. You may not possess weapons or alcohol. You must obey the terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that may be issued against you, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions, ma'am?
No.
Okay, we need to reprint number 9. If you'll take a seat out there, we'll bring you that paperwork, okay? Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Rodriguez to the podium and Mr. Barker to the chair. Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Andres Rodriguez, 9381.
Then I gave you, sorry, hold on, sir.
Yeah, no problem, ma'am.
Mine are showing, I guess it shows that I have 2 9s. So I actually meant the probation case for the woman we just saw.
Oh,
okay. Mine are both showing that they're case 9 now that you say that. Okay, sorry about that, sir.
No problem.
We are here today on a we're here because you absconded from pretrial services after removing your electronic monitoring device. I'm going to affirm the attorney previously appointed and set a hearing on August 4th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. In the event that bond is posted, you will be released to the supervision of pretrial services and equipped with electronic monitoring. You will still have the same written conditions of release, which include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, and you may not possess weapons or alcohol. All of that will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, just up to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Mr. Barker to the podium and Mr. Ramos to the chair. Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
My name is Ronald Lee Barker, and October 28, 1968.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a probation violation warrant with allegations you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I'm appointing an attorney to represent you and setting a probation revocation hearing August 5th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. In the event you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. You're not to possess any weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No.
Okay, just step to your left side. They'll give you that paperwork. I'm going to take a quick recess. Will you mute my microphone? Okay, will you turn my microphone back on? Thank you, ma'am. Can I have Jorge Ramos to the podium and Devin Volk to the chair? Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Jorge Ramos, 10/18/89.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on 2 cases. The first one is a new case. 1 count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference August 4th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing August 7th at 8:30. In this case, you have a secured appearance bond of $250. But you're also here on a probation violation warrant that was issued with allegations you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. So I'm appointing an attorney and setting a probation revocation hearing on August 5th at 8:30, and you have a cash bond of $1,250 in that case. So it's a total bond of $1,500. However, $1,250 of it is cash only. If you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. You may not possess any weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No.
Okay, just step to your left so they'll give you that paperwork. Thank you. Mr. Volk to the podium. Mr. Garcia to the chair. Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Devin Volk, 6/13/92.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a warrantless petition to revoke probation with allegations you violated terms 1, 3, 5, and 15 in each of your cases. I'm appointing an attorney and setting a probation revocation hearing August 5th at 8:30. That applies to all 3 probation cases. You have a secured appearance bond of $500 in each case for a total of $1,500. In the event that bond is posted, you'll have written conditions of release. It will include not possessing any weapons or alcohol and contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions? Okay, so step to your left, sir. They'll give you that paperwork. Jose Garcia to the podium and Irving Benoit to the chair. Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Jose Garcia, 9/17/1991.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a probation violation warrant with allegations you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I'm appointing an attorney and setting a probation revocation hearing August 5th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750. In the event you post that bond, you will have written conditions of release. It does include not possessing any weapons or alcohol and contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. Did you have any questions, sir?
Oh, ma'am, thank you.
Okay, just step to your left. They'll give you that paperwork, sir. Irving to the podium and Willie to the chair. Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Irving Benoit, 3/23/1972.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a probation violation warrant that was issued with allegations you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I am appointing an attorney and setting a probation revocation hearing on August 5th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $550. In the event you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. You may not possess weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Did you have any questions? Okay, just step to your left. They'll give you that paperwork. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Willie Huggins to the podium and Carlos Coda to the chair. Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth, sir?
Willie Charles Huggins.
Can you repeat your name
Willie Charles Huggins,
and your date of birth?
2/17/62.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a failure to appear warrant that was issued for you for some pending drug charges. I am affirming the attorney previously appointed and setting a status conference August 4th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing August 7th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. In the event that bond is posted, you do have written conditions of release. You may not possess drugs without a valid prescription. You may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You also need to ensure you attend these hearings. If you fail to appear, another warrant will issue and you'll forfeit any bond you've posted. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Just step to your left. They'll give you that paperwork. Carlos Coda to the podium. Julius Morrison to the chair. Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Carlos Alfredo, 2/17/1994.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
2/17/1994.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a failure to appear warrant that was issued for you for pending drug charges. I am affirming the attorney previously appointed to represent you and setting a status conference August 4th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing August 7th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. In the event you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. You're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription, and you may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You will also need to ensure you attend these hearings. If you fail to appear at them, another warrant will issue and you'll forfeit any bond you've posted. Did you have any questions? Okay, just up to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Julius Morrison to the podium. Heriberto Acevedo to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Julius Morrison, 1895.
Thank you. It does look like you are here on a new case. It is for one count of driving with a license that was suspended and one count of no valid driver's license. These are misdemeanor charges. Are you currently here on any other cases?
No.
You didn't have any? My notes indicate you had a warrant from the city of Phoenix. Have you been seen by a judge yet?
No, not on that.
Okay. Officer, do you know, does he have a hold from the city of Phoenix?
We have for reckless driving.
At 10 a.m.? Okay, so it does look like you have another hearing that'll happen today at 10 o'clock. Well, tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock.
So I gotta sit out there? Oh my God.
So what I'm gonna do, sir, because, can you stay, yeah. Let's go through what we're gonna do on this case. So because you're gonna be here on another case, I'm going to appoint an attorney. I'm going to give you some hearings. You're going to have a status conference August 4th at 8:30, a preliminary hearing August 7th at 8:30. But because you're here on other cases, you're going to have what's called a placeholder bond. It's a $50 bond that ensures that you get transported for these hearings and you get credit for any time served. After you see the judge in the city of Phoenix, if they either release you or give you a bond, you can post that along with the $50 bond I'm giving you here today. You will also have written conditions of release. You're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription, and you may not drive a vehicle without a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. Did you have any questions? Okay, just step to your left. They'll give you that paperwork. Mr. Acevedo to the podium. Mr. Jose Rojas to the chair.
No, Acevedo.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Good evening. My name is Heriberto Acevedo, and my birthday is July 22nd, 1993.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a direct complaint that was filed in July of 2023. It has an offense date of November 22nd, 2022 for one count of forgery, a Class 4 felony, one count of taking the identity of another, a Class 4 felony, and one count of theft, a Class 6 felony. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you and set a couple of hearings. Your first is a status conference August 13th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing August 15th at 8:30. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That is your promise to appear at these hearings.
Okay.
You have written conditions of release. You may not possess any drugs without a valid prescription, and you may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You also need to ensure you attend these hearings. If you fail to appear at either of them, a warrant will issue, and then you'll be held on bond at your next hearing. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, just step to your left. The officer will give you that
Thank you, Your
report. Thank you, sir.
Programs, treatment services.
Good evening. Do I have a Spanish interpreter on the line?
This is the interpreter speaking. Yes, I am ready for your instructions.
Thank you. We have two cases on the calendar, and we'll go ahead and get started. If I could have Jose Rojas to the podium.
Bien, si puedo llamar a José Rojas al podio.
Good evening, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Buenas noches, señor. ¿Me brinda su nombre y fecha de nacimiento?
José Arturo Torres Rojas, junio 10 del 88.
José Arturo Torres Rojas, June the 6th, 1988.
June 10. Junio 10.
June the 10th.
Thank you, sir. You are here today for two failure to appear warrants.
Muy bien, señor. Usted se encuentra aquí por dos fallas de apelación de libertad condicional.
I am going to affirm the attorney that was previously appointed to represent you.
Voy a afirmar al abogado que estaba previamente citado para representarle.
You will have a hearing on August 4th and August 7th at 8:30 in the morning.
Usted va a tener una audiencia el 4 de agosto y el 7 de agosto a las 8:30 de la mañana.
In your first case, you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500.
This is the interpreter speaking. Sorry, you said a secure appearance bond of how much?
$500.
Thank you for that. Usted tiene una fianza asegurada por un monto de $500.
And in the second case, you are being held non-bondable.
Y en el segundo caso, usted está cifrado como sin fianza.
Although you have a bond in the first case, you will not be released due to being held non-bondable on the second case.
Aunque usted tiene una fianza en el primer caso, no sería liberado debido a que usted tiene en su segundo caso una no fianza.
You currently have a hold from the federal government.
Usted tiene actualmente una prestación de parte del gobierno federal.
Did you have any questions?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
Nomás no pude venir a la corte pues porque tengo 3 meses en emigración detenido.
Yes, I could not come to the court because I've been detained 3 months by immigration.
Okay, and immigration still has a hold, which is why you'll be held here until you resolve these cases.
Sí, migración lo tiene retenido y es por eso que usted está siendo retenido aquí hasta que se resuelvan sus casos.
Okay.
If you will step to your left, sir, they will give you that paperwork.
Si pasa a su izquierda, ahí le van a brindar su papeleo.
If we could call Jose Sanchez to the podium.
Si podemos llamar a José Sánchez al podio.
Good evening, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Buenas noches, señor. ¿Me brinda su nombre y fecha de nacimiento?
Sí, mi nombre es José Felipe Sánchez Gatica. Nací el 01 del 14 de 1990.
My name is José Felipe Sánchez Fatica, and I born on the 01/14/1990.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a probation violation warrant.
Muy bien, señor. Usted se encuentra aquí por una orden de violación de su libertad condicional, de su probatoria.
I am appointing an attorney to represent you.
Voy a asignar a un abogado para que le represente.
And you will have a probation revocation hearing August 5th at 8:30.
Y usted va a tener una revocación de la libertad condicional, una audiencia para eso el 5 de agosto a las 8:30.
Because you are currently in custody of immigration, you will be held non-bondable.
Y debido a que usted se encuentra bajo custodia por estado migratorio, usted no tiene fianza.
All of that will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
Todo eso va a estar en su papeleo, señor. ¿Usted tiene alguna pregunta?
No, ninguna.
No questions.
Thank you, sir. If you could take a seat out there, we'll bring you your paperwork.
Okay,
Can
thank
you
you.
read grant 20?
Bien, señor, gracias. ¿Se puede tomar asiento afuera, señor? Le vamos a llevar su papeleo.
And that does conclude all of our Spanish interpreter matters this evening. I do appreciate your assistance here this evening. Feel free to disconnect.
This is the interpreter speaking. You're most welcome. Thank you for calling Lion Bridge for your language needs. Bye-bye.
The last case on the calendar will proceed as a house
The
call
interpreter
due to her being in medical isolation. Julie Demick, date of birth May 24th, 1957. Do I have Ms. Stetson on the line?
Yes, Your Honor, the state is present.
Would you make your appearance for the record, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor. Good evening, Ashley Stetson on behalf of the state.
Thank you, Ms. Stetson. We are here today on a new case. It is for one count of aggravated assault on a healthcare professional, a Class 5 felony, 11 counts of animal cruelty, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and 11 counts of failing to provide medical treatment for animals, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I am appointing counsel to represent her. She will have a status conference August 4th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing August 7th at 8:30. Ms. Stetson, would you like to put anything on the record as it relates to release conditions?
Your Honor, the state is requesting that bond be set in the amount of $15,000 secured, not only for the alleged assault on the healthcare provider, Your Honor, but the allegations that were in the Form 4 regarding the dogs that had been abandoned when the suspect was evicted from her property, Your Honor. Additionally, the Form 4 did indicate that 11 dogs and 1 cat were seized. 2 cats were found deceased, including 1 cat. State's not going to get into that because it's quite graphic, Your Honor. But based on the allegations, Your Honor, there are great concerns for the animals, despite the fact that they have been seized, and the allegations outlined in the Form 4. There does appear to be allegations that the animals were left at minimum 2 weeks without sufficient water and food, Your Honor, as well as a clean place to live. Your Honor, the state is familiar with dogs that are not fed regularly, and the pain and suffering that goes into starvation of animals. And Your Honor, the state does believe that $15,000 is appropriate for the allegations outlined in the Form 4. The state did request on the state did request that there be a condition in her conditions of release that include no contact, no control, and no possession of any animals while this case is going forward, including standard conditions, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Stetson. I am going to adopt the state's recommendation. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $15,000. In the event that bond is posted, she will have written conditions of release. It does include not possessing, residing, or having any contact with any animals during the pendency of this case. If anything changes after I meet with her, I will update the written record. This does conclude our 11 p.m. calendar, and we will stand in recess until 2 a.m. And feel free to disconnect at your convenience, Ms. Stetson.
Thank you, Your Honor.